You're watching Tiger Vision presented by Conley Buick GMC. Tiger Vision is made possible in part by Conley Buick GMC, Arctic Air Plumbing and Electrical Services, Apex, Clicking Spree, DeVito's Auto Repair and Tire Service, Drug-Free Manatee, Garrett Richard, Minnesota Pools, the Manatee County Fair, North River Prevention Partners, Obie's Best Fresh Veg, the Prosperity Group, Richardson Stenton Roofing, Superior Asphalt, and WB3 Legacy of the P. Stay tuned, Tiger Vision will continue live after these messages.
Hello, I'm Scott Whitaker with Arctic Air Services. We started our business from the ground up and grew it based on the service end of the industry. We own over 50 vehicles, which we depend on every day to make our business run smoothly. We know the value and importance of offering great production and excellent service. That's why we choose Conley Buick GMC, because they provide us with the best cars and trucks and have a service department second to none. The next time you're in the market for a vehicle, I highly recommend Conley Buick GMC, where they'll treat you like family.
Hey everybody, Ted here at Conley Subaru. And our deals are so hot, we had to bring in our local fire department just to keep things under control. Actually, while we wait for our contractor to arrive, the always community-minded Conley family has donated the use of our old facility for some specialized training. Follow the excitement on Facebook, Instagram, or at conleysubaru.com. Conley Subaru, where we really do treat you like family.
All right, awesome. We are live. Welcome to the Cross River Rivalry. We welcome you to the #1 rated live stream in the streaming awards. Tiger Vision is presented by Conley Buick GMC. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brian Varnador, and I'm joined tonight by my broadcast partners, Mr. Rick Wells, Ken Burton Jr., Troy Bellamy with the Arctic Air Sideline Report, and our statistician, Mr. Steven Johnson from our Atlanta studio. The Palmetto Tigers have made the short 4-mile trip across the Manatee River to here at Hawkins Stadium to square off against those Manatee Hurricanes. I'm now going to turn it over to my broadcast partner, Mr. Rick Wells, for his thoughts. Rick.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Thanks, Brian. Kenny, good to be back here on another beautiful Friday night here at Hawkins Stadium. We are in for a battle, guys, and we had an opportunity to go back and reflect and look at some of the tape from last week's game and to try to figure out really what happened. It was a tale of two halves, right? So trying to figure out what happened to the Palmetto defense in the second half. There were some alignments that obviously were not correct. I think the coaches have figured that out. They will make the necessary changes to ensure that defense is ready for a very good running attack here at Manatee High. They've got several outstanding backs here. I'll just go right to Iron Jackson, who I believe is one of the best players in the county. He can do just about anything that you want him to do. He can play defense if you want him to. He's an athlete that I've had the privilege of seeing since the Papa Warner days. So Iron is really someone that has given us some issues in the past. Really it's about making the necessary changes to come out here to be productive and to make the best out of each and every offensive series that we have. I think that we have to take advantage of any time we have the ball. We need to score some points, and I'm looking for the defense to get back to what we know they are. I know we have lost a key member of that defensive line, and not having Floyd Dozier is a big gap to fill. You're not going to fill that. You just hope that you've got some players that can come in and can rotate in and out and hopefully stop the run. So I know that we can bounce back. I know that they had a good week of practice. The coaches are ready for tonight, and hey, I'll be honest with you, I'm glad to be back here at Manatee. I really do appreciate the hospitality here, appreciate all the friends that we have here, and they take care of us. and hopefully the Tigers can come out here and get a win tonight.
Yes, big game here. A lot of big rivalry. I'm looking for some wide receivers to step up our passing game. We need someone that can make some big plays besides our running backs. We've got our hands full tonight. This is a much improved Manatee team. They're 2-0. They struggled with Lakewood Ranch last week for the first half, but then they really opened up and took advantage of their size advantage and their athletes. They have a huge offensive line that scares me. Brian, I think we were talking earlier that the little guy on there goes in at 297. So that's going to be a challenge. They have the backs, the one big back. I can't think of his name off the top of my head.
Yeah, it's Kyrene Jones.
Yes, it says he weighs 225. He might weigh more than that, but he reminds me of the Pittsburgh Steeler
Jerome
Bettis. So that's what gets me tonight. Defense is up for a big challenge. Also, it is tough for the Tigers to win here. We've won 2 out of the last 3 with in the coach with the new Manatee coach. This being the 4th game, but we lost here 2 years ago. The last time we won a game here was way back in 2004. So it's tough to win here.
Yeah, Ken, I was having some fun looking at the offensive line here for Manatee. Just down from 73 to number 78, looking at that 297, 329, 300, 330, 315, 330. Now, that's bigger than a lot of NFL lines. You look at that, and across the back in the backfield that we talked about earlier, Kyrene Jones is 5'9", 225 pounds. You have to wonder, with Palmetto having problems with a 5'9", 205-pounder last week at Bradenton River, how that Palmetto Tiger defense is going to hold up. And, looking at number 30 there, they've got Roy Burchett, and he is number 30. He's a sophomore. He's 5'6", 164 pound, and I hear that he is an AAU sprinter. Very, very fast. And to complement that, I've noticed they had E.J. Allen Jr., number 22, that was able to be out there. And so really it's another 3 or 4-headed monster. And then Iron Jackson, another 3 or 4-headed monster. Really strong-looking rushing offense for the Hurricanes.
Yeah, guys, and we know that Manatee has athletes. They always have athletes. We have athletes as well, but we need to step up. Those athletes need to come out here tonight and be productive and do what these coaches have taught them to do. When I look at Manatee's O-line, you take nothing away from that size, but we have also seen undersized defensive line, and I'll go right back to Port Charlotte.
Sure.
And they give us trouble every single time. So if you have to be athletic, you have to get off the ball, and you've got to get off the block. And you just have to be quicker than that man in front of you. I know that the D-line can do that, and I know that those coaches will be doing everything they can to put them in the right position.
Rick, and if you look at last year's game, I remember Manatee was leading in that one 2-0 in the first quarter, and then going into the halftime, a 5-0 lead on terrible field conditions, and then eventually at the end of the third quarter, it was still 5-0 in that game, and then an overtime thriller by the Tigers. But tonight I look for a lot of points on the board. It's a beautiful night here at Hawkins Stadiums. It's a fast, dry track out there. Now for the Cross River Rivalry award presentation. Out, the captains on the field are number 5, injured last week, Floyd Dozier Jr. out there, and number 74 for the Hurricane. It is Frankie Robinson, the big 6 foot 329-pound senior out there for the coin toss.
And I'm with Kenny. These receivers need to really step up tonight and make some plays and allow our quarterback to be able to get us into some deeper into the field and get to pick up those first downs. We had a very unfortunate interception that really it wasn't Josh's fault. It should have never happened, but it went right through the receiver's hands, and that really was the starting point where that you saw the momentum change, and we really never bounced back from that.
Yeah, and the good thing about tonight is that they have a lot of great athletes, which we have talked about, but they go both ways. So we run the ball well. Actually, statistically, we perform better running with Siplin and our crew running the ball. But all we need to do is just we need a receiver to make some plays, get in the end zone, and that we missed from last year.
Let me jump in here for a second with that. The offensive line was banged up, and of course we didn't have the ball very many possessions last week, so that's tough. I have Coach Bradenton here with me here, field level. Coach, after last week's road tough battle against another crosstown rival, here we are on the road again, Cross River Rivalry. What's your message to the kids tonight? The importance of this game, the trophy, and everything else that goes on.
Well, it wasn't really about them or anything else to do with the rivalry. It's about play within our scheme. What we do, this game is about us, okay? If we do what we got to do, we align, do our assignments, we'll be fine. It's a great environment, but you got to keep your emotions in check, be able to play fundamental football within the scheme. So right now tonight, we're looking for Palmetto to play Palmetto football. It has nothing to do with Manatee.
Nothing to be said. Thank you, Coach.
Yes, sir. Appreciate
Hey,
it. Great.
Troy, while I got you here on the line, Palmetto offensive line is no small line, 275, 275 pounds, 300 pounds, 300 pounds, and 250 pounds. So that's 1,400 pounds times. What do you think? 5 linemen, what do you got there, Troy?
That's 280 apiece,
That
Coach.
is, and that's
I tell
coming
you.
from a LMA Academy math teacher over there. So,
Exactly.
Tom, got your ears on tonight. Troy with that sideline report. Thanks, Troy.
Yes, thank you.
All right, as the Palmetto Tigers prepare to come out of the smoke here, there's 3 minutes and 57 seconds on the clock. You can see those Palmetto Tigers in the red breeches, and they got the white jerseys on tonight. And it'll be an interesting look. I hear that the Hurricanes have a uniform tonight. Here come those Palmetto Tigers. So the Manatee deferred. Palmetto is going to get the initial kick, have the ball on offense. We really look for that offense to start clicking, Rick. Something we haven't seen, a new receiving group. We had a lot of veterans out there last year, and it really hasn't been that effective through the air so far this season.
No, and we really came into this year focused on what the running attack could give us, right? Because we knew that we had some outstanding backs. Unfortunately, Robert Gavin's still down with an injury, so he hasn't even played his first game yet. So we really need the O-line to step up tonight and make those holes, let these backs pick up some yards and take that pressure off of Josh in the throwing game.
Now we're going to rise, remove our hats, and stand for the most important part of the broadcast here, our national anthem.
First Sergeant Natalie Rosado. Right rifle, First Lieutenant Jessica Ibarra. Left rifle, First Lieutenant Dari Camargo.
God bless America. What a beautiful rendition of the anthem here tonight at Hawkins Stadium. Getting prepared for the kickoff. And Rick, pick it up from where you left off there.
Well, so just looking for these receivers really to pick up their game tonight. You know, we know that Quay Smith and Zorian, they have the talent, they have the athleticism to do what we need for them to do. They just have not been a consistent part of the offense this year. And, we said this last week. I mean, we are very spoiled. We've got coming off of a squad last year that had just 3 dynamic receivers. You could throw to any of them, and a big play was about to happen. So we just need for them to just do their part, open up a little bit of the running game that can take us even deeper.
Manatee Hurricanes set to kick off.
So as the play is being prepared to blow live here, the whistle, and it is now number 35 kicking off for the Canes, and that's going to be Chris Snyder. Get a kick out of good service with our friends at DeVito Auto. Back to return this one, we have Jaquez Hughes and Sajel Hickson. He approaches the ball, inseam to leather, and we have the kickoff here in the Cross River Rivalry, and you have Sajel Hickson takes the ball. He's at the 10, 15, 20, hurdles a tackler, and he's going to be tackled right at the 25-yard line. We've seen Sajel get called for that hurdling play in the pass. That's something he does naturally. Palmetto Tigers. Now
it looked like a poor exchange between the timing with the quarterback and the running back. Could have been really bad there if we'd had a turnover to start the game and give them short field.
Jaquez Hughes in that one was able to scramble back there and pick that one up, and now it's going to bring up a second and about 15 for the Palmetto Tigers. Kind of in a bunch formation. You don't see receivers like this traditionally. Quay Smith is out here wide to the left. Siplin looks, he rolls it out there, and he's got a receiver. He is driven out of bounds about 3 yards short of the first down, and that is going to be Alzavian Houston. And that's Alzavian's first start here for the Tigers. So that's the 5'10", 160-pound junior. So gain of 7 brings up a 3rd and 7. Manatee's jumps across the line of scrimmage. Nearly jumps off.
We've seen a lot of that this year, and it hasn't been called. And I remember last year, they never missed an opportunity to throw a flag on that.
Yeah, in high school, you really generally can't jump back. Now that's a low snap. He looks, and he's got a wide-open receiver. Nice catch, and that's a first down, and that's big number 88, and that is Jamarian Simmons, the 5'11", 170-pound wide receiver.
Yeah, what I liked about that, Siplin was waiting for him to get in that gap and hit him with a perfect pass to move the chains.
Siplin checks things over. Out here he's looking at number 13. Quay Smith is out there with Alzavian Houston wide. Sajel Hickson into the slot formation. Empty backfield. Siplin drops back, looks, sets it, he throws it down there, and he's got a route and barely a completion, but incomplete.
Yeah, that was a Houston again. He was trying to get the ball into his hands and just slightly overthrown, but a pretty good route. Houston turned a little late to look for that ball, but
really good throw on the outside shoulder, kind of a post corner move there by Houston. 2nd and 10.
And Houston's big brother was a terror of a linebacker back in the day, Alonzo.
Oh, fantastic! 10-17 on the clock. 2nd and 10. Out here, Zorian Gathers is out there. Wide, uncovered in the slot is number 88. And they fakes it, and it's a run by Siplin. Helmets are flying everywhere. He goes for about a 3-yard gain on the play. Ball's going to be spotted at the 39-yard line. Watch the helmet pop off of there.
Somewhere around here.
Gain of 3 on the play, brings up 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, there it goes. There.
3rd and 7. Siplin goes over to the sideline, talks things over with the coaches. 9:56 on the clock here in the first quarter. Eric Brust is out there at right tackle. Julian Shistano is the center here for the Tigers. 2 receivers, Sajel Hickson in the slot. Looking, gets it out of there in a hurry. Ball's up, incomplete pass. Really good coverage there by number 20, Daniel Dunbar for the Canes.
Yeah, Quay Smith tries to go up and bring it down, just a little too hot for him.
Actually a nice drive. I was glad to see they come out firing, throwing the ball, got a couple of first downs. We can flip the field here with a good punt.
DeJuan Smalley's the long snapper, is going to snap this one back there to the normal defensive back, Jaquez Hughes, and he's got 2 returners back there, Tariq Allen and the dangerous Iron Jackson. Smalley's snap. Long pause, and that's going to be a delay of game, I believe. So that'll back the Tigers up 5 yards.
We could hear the coaches yelling, Sajel.
5-yard penalty against the Tigers.
I don't know if he's the one that's supposed to kick the play off as the up back.
Brings up 4th down and 13.
It looks like the up men didn't get set quick enough on that. Jordan Renard is in where normally Floyd Dozier would be.
Okay.
Okay, that makes sense.
Makes sense. Tyreek Allen awaits back there with Iron Jackson. Good snap. Nice knuckleball of a kick. That's going to be a tough catch.
Yes,
and he muffed it. And he picks it up. Iron Jackson looking for the edge. He's got all the way to the sideline. Makes a man miss. And then appended there by Sajel Hickson. And he's tackled at the 39-yard line.
Well, the referee said.
Very crisp. There's a lot of confidence here. Some good throws. Just great defensive plays by Manatee on that drive.
Now they've got the speed back there, Roy Burchett, and he's a burner back there, 5'6", sophomore. They hand it to him. He looks for initially to the center line. Great job by the Palmetto defense. Jalen Wester with the tackle.
Yeah, good job by the defensive line to get up that block on this very big offensive line for Manatee that we've already talked about, and they are huge, guys.
Now big back, Kyrie Jones, the 5'9", 225-pound tailback, is behind Jace Brzezowski. Brzezowski, he fakes the handoff, rolls right. He's got a receiver open out there. Nice-looking route. Goes for a gain of about 6 on the play, and that's number 82 for the Canes, and that is Kobe Keenan.
Yeah, and that's the tight end, and just a little tight end release there. We were a little late getting to him, and a nice little pickup for Manatee.
That's the first time they have thrown to a tight end all season, so something we have not seen.
They like that play. If you remember the play from a couple years ago, they like to run the tight end on the crosser over there. We got Brzezowski looking at things over, 3 receivers out to the left. And there's a wide open receiver. There's going to be a pick over there, and that one's going to come back, but scrambling back to make the tackle. But what you're going to see on that one.
I think we had movement. I thought we had. You think we had a pick?
I thought we had a rub route over there or a pick, and that's why the big back was able, Kyrie Jones, able to get open out there. So let's see. Might pick that on the Arctic Air replay.
Illegal shift.
And it was an illegal shift, Rick, so that's going to back them up 5 yards.
Let's watch this.
The Gates big gain. Repeat third down. Now 3rd and 10. Their own 40.
So now E.J. Allen is out there, and they're changing things up here. 1, 2. Looks like they've got 11 in the game now. Out here wide to this boundary is E.J. Allen, the 5'11 receiver, covered by L.J. Hewitt. He steps up. Good pass rush. Now he throws it late across the middle. There's Jaquez Hughes, but he makes a catch, and he's going to be tackled at the 24-yard line. Really, Hughes just timed his jump a little bit early, and E.J. Allen with a big catch.
Watch him steps up here. A great play by the quarterback, but Jaquez just
missed it.
Fingernail off from at least tipping that ball.
That is a roughing the passer penalty on the Tigers. Going to back them up, give the Canes another 15 yards on this one. So the Canes are driving here with 7:30 on the clock. Really a tough play. You know, it looked like Jaquez Hughes came over there and was in pretty good position, just mistimed his jump, and a really good catch there by the receiver out there, number 22, E.J. Allen.
The interception at the distance of the goal.
Wow, when you tacked the penalty on that was a huge gain there.
So the ball's on the 11-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Canes. Brzezowski's back there, and he's got his big back out there, Kyrie Jones. Hands it off, fakes the handoff, keeps it, then he slides down in front of Zipperer over there, and that's Chance Zipperer coming over for the tackle.
That's a typical Manatee High play right there. They've been running that for years.
Really good fake. Gain of 4 on the play brings up a 2nd and 6 for Brzezowski. Now he hands it off, and a big cut there inside. Really good job by the Tigers there, number 6. Jamal Williams out there playing DB. He played a lot of running back, but he did a good job of turning that one in. But it's a good gain, 3rd and 1.
Big test here. Defense can keep them out of the end zone and force a field goal would be a huge win here.
Really like the way that the defense swarmed to the ball there as well. So, I've already seen vast improvement here from the defensive line, and something that we were hoping to see, and hopefully they can get a stop here, keep Manatee out of the end zone.
3rd and 2. Ball is on the 4-yard line. Brzezowski fakes it. Now he throws a little corner route out there, and it is in for 6.
That's their top receiver.
That's number 14, which is Jaden Corbett. And I promise you, you Tiger Vision fans, from our vantage point, you have a better look at that. We're pinned in the corner, but Corbett with a nice route. And they run the swinging gate play, running forward, and that's something that they ran last week for the 2-point conversion. So the Canes lead this one 8-0.
That's Corbett's 14th catch on the season, 4th touchdown. They did the swinging gate last week against Lakewood Ranch. I noticed the score. They had 8 points.
I remember
swing.
I remember early on in the Steve Spur years, with Jaquez Green playing back, and that it was a swinging gate after every.
Guys down here on the field, can I jump in real
quick?
Sure,
jump in, Troy.
The swinging gate worked perfectly, except for the referee wanted to set the ball for play. So they have to run it again. They have to run the play again. That's
great catch down there, Troy Bellamy. So the points are off the board. The ball wasn't set for play, so now they're going to kick this one. And the kicker is Chris Snyder. He duels as the punter and kicker. And the long snapper is Charles McCracken, number 40. Excellent snap. Kick is up, and it's blocked by the Tigers. Can't be advanced here. So now, with 6:10 on the clock, Manatee.
It looks like they hit the center, and that's probably not going to be. It's going to be a penalty. You can't jump over.
Right. I didn't think that's where the block came from. Let's look at that one, Troy. We've got it on the replay here.
Even if you didn't make the block, you can't jump over the line.
I didn't see it. Renard just came right through.
He came over the center.
He did come right over the top.
Palmetto Tigers.
Unreal.
Yep. So we've got 6:10 on the clock, and he's going to kick it again. He's got number 35, Chris Snyder, once again lines up. Good snap, and the kick is up, and it is good.
So we went from 8-0 back to 6-0, and now 7-0. On the swinging gate, you mentioned somebody from the Gators.
Jacquez
Green. You know where he is right now.
Yes, he's the offensive coordinator.
He's the offensive coordinator about 70 yards across the field.
That's
from us.
correct. So, thinking about that, one of my favorite players, but not tonight.
Yeah, he came with Coach Shakir from Tallahassee, Lincoln. So they have a long-time relationship.
So 6:04 on the clock. First quarter, Manatee Canes, they were able to hold the Tigers on the first possession, and then with a big pass completion on a third down, another big third down conversion, and then.
Hey guys, Ryan Moore here with 662 Customs. Super excited to show you this truck we just finished today. This is our new 2020 2500 AT4. We did the paint to match grill and grill surround. We did the paint to match emblems, paint to match hooks around with the red hooks. Follow me around here. We did the paint to match fender flares and amber lights. Moving down, we did the 4-play FP70s wrapped in Toyo Open Country MTs on 35. We did the zone 5-inch lift. We also blacked out all the emblems and the AT4 badging around. We put AMP Research retractable steps on it. This thing is bad. We also did this 2020 2500 AT4 Pacific Blue. We did the paint to match emblems with the red surrounds to match the red hooks. We also vinyled the fender flares to give it that sleek look, and also wrapped this one in Toyo Open Country MT.
Chris Snyder approaches the ball, drives a deep driving kick, and this one's going to be a touchback. Really nice leg on that kick. So the Palmetto Tigers will have it 1st and 10 from the 20.
So hopefully, guys, we can get something started on offense. Defensively, just a couple of misplays there on that drive, that roughing the passer really hurt us. But, Jacquez Hughes was just so close to getting a hand on that ball with the big reception. But, we talk about this every game, but you have to limit the mistakes. You really do, and especially a game like this. Manatee's going to come out here, and they're going to throw everything they can at you. That's just – they've always done that when we played them, Kenny. They come out, you'll see some things that you've never even seen before. They want to win this game, especially after the last 2 years.
Even more so, they are playing for win number 700 tonight. It's a big deal to them. They have they talk about it with the team, and I think Lake City is like 3 or 4 behind them. But if you played football 100 years, you're going to win a lot of games.
Yeah, 700 would be a huge.
It's never been done.
Number here in Florida high school football. Sajel Hickson bounces to the outside, running hard, and look.
Almost like a horse collar.
Yeah, looked like a horse collar.
We do have a
there's
flag.
The flag, so there's
a flag on the field.
All right, so Troy.
It looks like there's a preliminary indication is going to be a horse collar tackle.
So we're going to pick that one up on the Arctic Air replay as they sort this one out. But Palmetto Tigers, great speed, not only by the Palmetto Tiger running back Sajel Hickson, but the defense over there, very fast. One thing we've seen, Iron Jackson. I've seen him in a couple games where there was one play where a receiver broke out. And
looks like it's going to be against the Tigers. The referees were discussing it, asking the.
So it's going to be a holding on the Tigers. That's going to be from the spot of the foul.
Discussing it with the coaches as to what they wanted to do. Looks like it's going to be first down.
See if we can pick it up over here.
I didn't see anything.
I don't see it. I see, unless they called it on. I think they called it on Quay Smith.
Right, way on the boundary. Now they run the option out here with Sajel Hickson, bounces off a tackle. Then it shakes another tackle, still driving forward. He never quits on a play. A really good defensive pursuit by the Canes.
It looks like he might have had a better shot going to the outside, and he broke it back in. And we have seen him break those tackles, but there was just too many red jerseys.
There was a huge hole there for about a split second
Yes.
that I think Sajel thought he could exploit. but it closed quickly.
So now Palmetto has this one, and it is 2nd and 15. 5 minutes and 44 seconds on the clock. Siplin looks things over. 3 receivers out there on the right. Looks down. He throws the long ball, and it's going to be an incomplete pass. Really good coverage over there. Very physical but clean. Number 20 is Daniel Dunbar, the 5'9", 160-pound corner over there. And number 13 for the Tigers was Quay Smith, unable to get off the coverage.
We had some laundry on the field. The officials are calling roughing the passer on that last pass against Josh Ziplin.
So that is a huge penalty there. There's another drive that stalls for the Tiger, but now you have the roughing the passer, and that one's going to push it past the first down mark. So the Palmetto Tigers pick up a big first down on the penalty.
This is the first penalty of the game for Manatee. We were winning that game on the penalty game, but like you said, Brian, that DB was step for step with Quay Smith on that play. Really a great coverage by that young DB.
5:40 on the clock. Yeah, again, that was Daniel Dunbar over there. 5'9", 155 pounds. Showed great coverage skill. Tigers in a tight formation this time. Fakes it to Sajel Hickson. Now he looked out for the screen. Oh, that's a wheel route, and Hickson goes up and makes a fantastic catch over great coverage over there. Really, Cornell Thomas was right where he needed to be, number 4.
It really should have been intercepted, but luckily Sajel goes up and gets it. And
guys, there's a flag on an eligible receiver downfield. How that happened, I don't know.
This is incredible.
You might have to look at that on the replay because I just didn't see that myself.
I can see him right here, Troy. He's about I don't know. He's close, but
they give you about 1.5 yards on that. It's very close.
The one thing about Sajel and Josh, they connected up on a similar play like this last week against Bradenton River that got us in the end zone. Just right in the perfect spot there.
Yeah.
Unfortunate for the penalty here.
Yeah, that was an arrow route coming out of the slot last week, and really good coverage. And one thing we've seen about Sajel Hickson, he is a fantastic receiver out there for those Tigers.
What you got to like is that Josh is really confident throwing the ball tonight.
And we got some movement.
Wow, I tell you what, I don't think I've ever seen so many flags. A delay game.
So delay game against the Tigers. Now that's going to back them up, and that brings up a 1st and 20. Things to look for here, screen-type plays are things that you do out of there. You would expect that the Manatee Hurricanes, after looking at film, would be expecting that.
And we got to pick it up here. There has to be a sense of urgency here. You guys got to come out here and get the play in, get to the ball, and let's run this thing.
This is where Zorian Gathers would be a nice connection.
Hickson keeps it, and really they stay home there. And a great job over there by the big number 73. The numbers are bunched up there, but 57 there. And he's got that jersey tucked underneath there, but that's DeAndre Brown, the outside linebacker, 5'11", 190. Really good job of staying home on that. 2nd and 18. Now the Hurricanes jump offside. Let's see.
It appears so.
There it is. That's the encroachment on the Hurricanes. So it makes things a little bit better, but Palmetto still with a long way to go here. 2nd and long.
We just have to pick up, just let's pick up about 6 here and then go back at it.
All right.
It's only 2nd down here.
Yeah, something 3rd and manageable. Let's don't try the home run ball. Let's do something where it's high percentage.
So they've got single high safety back there. They've got Markel Jackson back there, number 7, back there playing safety. Palmetto Tigers, 3 receivers. Jacquez Hughes rolls across the formation, throws the long. Oh, there's a holding right there.
And it's not.
There's the call.
It is called.
So you'll pick that one up on the replay. Let's talk us through that one, Rick.
Well, I was going to say, but everything else has been called tonight. I don't know how you missed that. It's right in front of the referee, but an obvious tug on the jersey because he knows he's about to get burned, and that DB reaches out there and tries to hold him up. But I tell you, I'll take the yardage because we had enough backing up.
Yeah, so you see Quay Smith. You'll see that he came out with a little out and then up the boundary, and You could see his jersey. We had a pretty good vantage point from here.
But the thing about it, the flag
On the
came
field
awful
is pass
late,
interference
and
against
I
the
think
defense.
the coaching staff helped lobby and was successful to get him to throw it.
Yeah, it's easier to, get that kind of call on your own sideline.
Absolutely.
It's like the late hit call that happens, on the opposition sideline. So this time, 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Hickson keeps it.
Josh
And Siplin keeps it, and he goes for about, we'll call it a half-yard gain on the play. A really strong defensive play up the middle. That was, again, number 56 on the play, which is Devon Johnson Stewart.
It looks definitely like they have prepared
yes.
to try to offset Sipling running the ball because we've seen that he has been probably very successful keep moving the chains for us this year. They're trying to shut that down.
Yeah, and we need to use that to our advantage. I was going to say that, Ken, that they're watching the film. They know how much he likes to run, and they are staying home.
Hickson in the backfield. It's an option to the left. Hickson, really good defensive play out there. He's going to go out at the 48-yard line. Again, 57 is D'Anthony Brown there, and the senior out there making plays.
On the play brings up 3rd down and 5. 3rd down, Canes.
You really saw the quickness of that Manatee defense on that play, didn't you?
Impressive. 3rd and 5 for the Tigers. Corner creeps up, now drops out. That's a D end out there.
That's 57 again.
It sure enough is. And this time it's Sajel Hickson runs, driving forward, and he's going to be short of the 1st down by about a yard.
So what do you say? You think they go for it?
Close.
Sure.
It looks close.
Oh, that's a
that's
1st down.
Yeah.
Brown has to have about 8 tackles already tonight. He is all over the place.
57.
Palmetto.
Yeah, pretty good spot on that one for the Tigers. 3:01 on the clock. Palmetto Tigers are driving here. And the defensive lineman jumped across the line of scrimmage. Generally, that's a call in high school football, but tonight, they're letting that one go. And this time, Siplin keeps it, and he goes forward for about a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, not a bad little run on 1st down. I think that it really depends on the officiating crew, on who calls those and who doesn't.
That's right.
It has to be. Because we have seen some of those crews that if you just flinch.
That's true. That's true. And his hand didn't go across, and so 2nd and 6 on the play. And now, 2 receivers on both sides of the formation. Quay Smith out here wide. Oh, nice run.
There you go.
And he's got the 1st down there, and that is number 15 for the Tigers,
There's
which
a
is
late
Cleve
flag in
Benson.
there.
Late flag. Probably a face mask.
Yeah,
It's
it
either
looked
a
like
face mask or targeting. It looked
look at
very
his
much
head
like
got-
a targeting.
Watch it right here.
right
Bam,
there.
right in the head.
I don't know if that was a shoulder pad, though, wasn't
Anytime you hit anywhere near the head and neck area, they're looking for that at this high school level.
Yeah, it's a tough.
It's hard to play football nowadays, isn't
I'm
it?
telling you
Yes,
what,
it
they
On the
making
field
a
is
tackle
personal
on a
foul.
running back in the
Yep.
middle of the
Defense.
field.
Well, and he's already about 3 foot from the ground. He's low as low can
And
get.
preliminary call is targeting.
Yeah, you're right, Troy. Some of the old schoolers out there are looking at that one, but really they're doing that for the safety of the players here. 2:05 on the clock. Palmetto Tigers driving. Really been assisted by some penalties here on this drive.
The Hurricanes 17-yard line.
Quay Smith single out here wide to the right. We've got Elzevian Houston in the slot. Siplin looks, he throws it out there,
There it
and
is.
a wide open receiver, number 14, Elzevian Houston for 6.
Yeah, great job by the offense. Great read by Josh to pick that up, and really nice pass by him.
Wide open. Nice, very crisp route. I think that's the first time he might have been inside the slot, and they had nobody there to cover him, and easy touchdown, pitch and catch.
Really nice drive by the offense. We needed that.
Yes, definitely. Just what the doctor ordered.
New kicker, Jordan Gallardo here for the Tigers, and it's up, and it is blocked. So the Palmetto Tigers now are trailing in this one. Manatee Hurricanes 7, Palmetto Tigers 6. we've seen a lot of issues with the extra point and field goal protection team for the Tigers this year.
We really have, Brian, and this is at least the third block that we've had this year already, and I don't know where the issues are, where it's coming from, but that didn't have a chance.
No, and we have a new kicker tonight. That was his first kick in his high school career. Robbie was talking to him before the game. He's very high on this kid, and he was easily kicking 48-yard field goals without any problem before the game. He's got a very lively leg, and too early right now to worry about the extra point. We'll see what he does on the kickoff.
So now we'll have the kick, and back there to return this one, you've got Iron Jackson, number 10, and number 22, E.J. Allen. And then we got our new kicker, Jordan Gallardo, back there to kick this one off. Get a kick out of good service with our friends at DeVito's Auto, and it's a high pooch kick, and it's going to settle down there, and that one's going to be Iron Jackson. He's at 25. Watch out. He's got a crease, 40. And he's appended again, this time by Alvarez, number 23, Kobe Alvarez with the tackle.
That seems to be a famous play for Iron. He loves going up in the air.
Yeah, one thing we're not seeing is the hurling call. We've had Sajel Hickson with a hurdle and two possessions there where Iron is taking that. So no, and that's, you know, I don't mind seeing that at all. You know, if a guy's able to jump over somebody running the football, yeah, it's a little dangerous, but you know, those are athletes out there. 1:40 on the clock. Brzezowski throws the hitch out
he
there.
has
He's
it.
picked.
Oh! Did he catch it?
I think he
No,
dropped
he
it.
dropped it. That was number 20, Sheldrick Simpson.
Oh, did he have a jump on that ball? He had 6 points. Watch him here.
That's
Right there, he jumps it.
Sophomore out of LMA Middle School who was a Manatee Hurricane last year.
Yeah, we've seen some great play from the defensive last week on a pick six involved with Jalen Wester. He was back there to deflect a pass. So he's really active back there in the secondary. 1:36, 2nd and 10 for the Cane. Ball on the 47-yard line. There is the handoff to the big back, takes a big hit, but drives forward for about a 6-yard gain.
Bumbling, stumbling forward.
So that is
5 yards.
Kyrie for 6-yard gain.
Ruben Stamp made the tackle on that, and he got everything he needed on that play. That is a bull in a china shop coming right up the middle.
It is listed at 225 pounds is Kyrie Jones, but you know, I guess he looks bigger than that. Enormous thighs, and
he looks like a linebacker.
Jerome Bettis. It's Jerome Bettis all over again.
So he's got the ball with a head of steam. He takes a hit there by Jalen Wester. He's going to be just short. So it's about a 1 yard short here.
You know they're going. You know they're going to go.
It is imperative for this defense to stop that run. Otherwise, we are going to see a heavy dose of it in the second half.
And he fakes it. And he throws it out there, and good coverage out there by
job.
Zipper. Chance Zipper, number 45.
Number 45. That was an awesome play by that young man.
So,
wow.
See if we can pick it up here in the replay.
Right, Coach, the confidence here on the sidelines is bubbling over now.
Wow, what a play.
He was in triple coverage. That's their top receiver, so good call by the Tiger defense.
And really a big change here. The ball is at the 44-yard line, Palmetto's 44-yard line here. And 32 seconds on the clock here in the first quarter, probably surprising a lot of people out there. We've got a ball game. Oh, Jaquez Hughes over here,
This
uncovered in the slot.
uncovered.
And they hand it off to Sajel Hickson, runs forward, and then a really gain of about 4 yards on the play. And that's big number 90, Ron Harley, the defensive tackle. He's a 6 foot, 250-pounder out there. Boy, we had an uncovered receiver over there on the last play. Now we've got trips on this side of the formation. Single out there is gathers on the far side of the field. Quay Smith is over here. Jaquez Hughes, along with Jamarian Simmons, and it's an option and gets a block out there. Sajel Hickson, he's at the 30. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. You will not catch him.
Wow.
Sajel
Nice
No flags.
Hickson.
As the clock runs out in the first quarter, there's what we've been looking for
The big play.
all season, guys. Watch this on the replay.
Wow. We know Sagel's got that, can get outside, and all he needs is just a little bit of blocking and just taking it to the house, and Jaquez Hughes escorting him in all the way.
Jordan Renard running into the formation here late. Now, he's a sophomore, 6'3", 255-pounder on the wing. Problem's been in the middle of the field for the Tigers. Snap. And it is up. And it is good. So your Palmetto Tigers take a 13-7 lead here at the close of the first quarter.
What I like about the Tigers is they
Buchanan gets the job done for Florida and America.
I'm Vern Buchanan, and I approve this message.
It's a record of accomplishment few can match. Vern Buchanan is rated one of the most effective and bipartisan members of Congress. 22 bills signed into law under 3 presidents from both parties. Bills protecting veterans, strengthening Medicare, safeguarding the environment, even preventing cruelty to animals. No matter the issue or the odds, Vern Buchanan gets the job done for Florida and America.
I'm Vern Buchanan, and I approve this message.
Before the commercial, my comment was it's great to see the Tigers after Manatee marches down on the field, and where we just barely, Jaquez barely missed and the interception, and they end up scoring. That we have now responded with 2 great offensive series.
Yeah, really, Kenny, for that defense, I mean, Chance Zipper, 2 interceptions already this year, 1 pick six.
Yes, good
just
point.
an outstanding play to get us to that point. Just break the field up in half, and offense really does something special with it.
Now watch number 45 get a kick out of service with our friends at DeVito's Auto, and it's going to be fielded by Iron Jackson. He's got it at the 30, breaks a tackle, headed for the sideline. He's going to outrun the kicker, and then closing fast there is number 3 for the Tigers, Les L.J. Hewitt, the speedy 6'3", 195-pound cornerback.
Yeah, just for the record, if we're gonna pooch kick, or that's our kicking game, I'm not kicking to that side.
No.
I'm not. I mean, we know what Iron Jackson can do.
Yes.
I am kicking the ball away from him.
Yeah, Rick, you were reading my mind. Watching the Lakewood Ranch game from last week, where he jumped a pass and took it to the house. We do not need to kick it to this young man.
This time they've got the speedy back in the backfield there. That's number 30 is Roy Burchett, and he drives to the center line. Ormsby right there, along with Jordan Renault and Alvarez on the tackle.
Yeah, I mean, he has a lot of speed, but he has to be a joy to tackle. After
he's half the size.
After the bowling ball.
And watching him in warm-ups, though, I would not want to tackle him in space, because he's one of those that runs with the hands behind the pocket. He is really a sprinter, and let's hope that we don't see that this evening. 11-9 on the clock. And out wide here is number 14, and that's Jaden Corbett. You'll see him play cornerback and wide receiver. Cross formation, and that's going to be to Roy Burchett, and he goes for about a 2-yard gain. Good play by the Tigers. Jalen Wester turned that one in. And
Ruben Stamp comes up. But good job just, staying in your lane. It's not getting overly aggressive here. And, if Ruben's not there, that's probably a touchdown.
Big improvement from last week's run defense so far for the Palmetto Tigers. 10:34 on the clock. Manatee with a 3rd and we'll call it 7. They've got it marked as 8 on there, but it looks a little closer to 7 yards. Big tight end, here for Manatee, number 82. He's a 6'4", 220-pound sophomore out there, and kind of a big package on the left side. They look, and he throws it in the middle field. Good coverage over there, and it is going to be nearly picked off. Was that
Jaquez? Yeah, Jaquez laid out for it, but just just a little short, but great play by
Stamp, I think, right?
Somebody. We're trying to figure out who got some fingers on it, but that was a great play.
Yeah, one of the linebackers dropped back there and deflected the pass, so that brings up a 4th and 8 here on the scoreboard. Interesting call here for the Canes.
But they're not kicking it.
No, it seems like you would just take the points this early in the game.
He looks things over. He's got Kyrie Jones in the backfield with him.
You think this is a fake?
Ball's at the 15. And he looks,
steps
up, and he breaks it out of the pocket, running to the sideline, throws it out there late, and the receiver turns back, number 22. And that's E.J. Allen for another touchdown here. You know, really, that was he threw the receiver open. The DB was on the outside leverage, and he just threw that one instead of a back shoulder fade. It almost looked like an inside, just threw the receiver open on that one. Big play for the Canes.
Yeah, unfortunate, but, you give him the credit for breaking containment and getting away from that rush and just keeping his eyes downfield and making a play.
And again, we've been playing well on 3rd down tonight, but that old 4th down that has haunted us from last week is back.
So the swinging gate is out there. Palmetto Tigers are prepared. And now 10:03 on the clock. Perhaps an extra point here for the Canes. Back there to kick this one is Chris Snyder. The long snapper is Charles McCracken. The holder is Brzezowski. McCracken. With the snap, holds good, kicks up, and it is good. So the Manatee Hurricanes here with exactly 10 minutes in the second quarter, left in the second quarter, are leading this one 14-13.
And that score was set up, obviously, by the long kickoff return, which gave them a short field, and again, the quarterback making a 4th down play on us. And
I really thought the defense did a really good job there. We just got out of sync there that last play, but, you go back to the series before that, it was a 4th down play, and we broke it up. So they're playing good defense tonight.
Yes, they are.
But these are athletes, and they're going to make plays as well.
Yeah, E.J. Allen over there, as we talked about, the quarterback's rolling to his left. You're running the out route down the sideline. The quarterback throws the ball inside. Great adjustment there by E.J. Allen to catch that on the back hip, inside hip. Really good catch. Big score.
Yeah, not so sure he didn't have enough room to run it in for at least a 1st down. Anyway, he was close. He had a lot of room.
Yes, it would have been real close, I think, yes.
So Chris Snyder approaches this one. Get a kick out of good service with our friends at DeVito's Auto. And he hits a high kick, and that is going to be caught at the 3-yard line, turning it up, turning it inside, driving forward, taking that one to the 20-yard line, and that was Palmetto changing things up there. Number 15 is Cleve Benson. So they, decent starting position here for the Tigers.
I think, it's important tonight, it's going to be one of those games. It's got to be. You got to match the score. There can't be missed opportunities. The offense has to come out. You got to stay strong, stick to your game plan, and make the plays.
Yeah, exactly. This game looks like it may go down to whoever has the ball last is going to win this game.
And as you mentioned earlier, this is the first time that I can remember where we're playing this game on dry field.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's a lot different. Now coming across in the jet sweep and turning it inside is Benson, the 5'8", 185-pound junior.
Doesn't Benson come from here as well?
I believe so.
I think Booker.
Booker, okay.
Booker, yeah.
Cleve Benson, he's a powerfully built back. He's 185, but extremely powerful thighs and runs with low body leverage over there. And so now on the receiving side of this one, we've got Quay Smith out here along with number 88, which is Jamarian Simmons. And this time they hand it off to Benson, and really good play there by number 66 for the Canes. And 66 is Cameron McLeod. Cameron McLeod, 6'3", 255 pounds.
Yeah, really had nowhere to go on that play. He got off that block quick and just stuffed it.
Sagel Hickson in the backfield back here with Josh Siplin. Maybe an option type look, but the Canes look like they're in a pretty good defensive setup to defend against the option. Palmetto changes things up. Fakes it to Hickson. Now it's a slip screen, and he just throws it into the ground.
Wow.
Had a receiver there.
We had
a couple right down
wide
in the middle.
open.
Yeah. But
I'm sure that was, but he wasn't running a route. He was trying to set up the screen.
And probably would have, since it was a slip screen, taken a little bit extra time throwing the receivers down the field, probably would have been an ineligible player downfield, because that takes a little bit more time to develop.
Right. So Sagel looks like he's hurt.
Let's see what happened here with Sagel Hickson. Comes out of there.
He's covered.
He got a shot right there.
Wow.
Sagel wasn't feeling too well over here on the sideline. That's why he wasn't in the first two plays. So now taking a shot like he just did is going to hurt.
So 8:36 as the clock has stopped. Sagel Hickson is
Yeah.
walking off the field on his own power.
And Manatee just covered that screen. That was textbook, really.
Yeah.
So really smart play by Josh just to get rid of it.
So 4th, and the ball is spotted at 28. One thing that is always an option here when you have Jaquez Hughes back there punting the ball. If you ever had a fake, he's a guy that can go around the corner back to return this one. Manatee has E.J. Allen Jr. back there. Palmetto takes a timeout.
I remember
I think Sagel had to come out of the game, and so he's up back to make the play, and they couldn't get a replacement in.
Yeah, I recall it's been maybe 5-6 years, a rained-out Friday night game, and we're playing this game here at Manatee on a Monday. And
oh, yes.
And
The
they
punt,
faked the
fake
punt. They faked
yes.
the punt, right? And that was
7-3.
That was the game.
That was 2016.
And that's something, and that, as that rolled out there, I thought, perhaps the Palmetto was going to, attempt that. But and with the field position as it stands, if you don't make it, that'd be a devastating blow here, only trailing by one.
It would, but it also would be something they have never seen on film. Can you recall the last time we had a fake punt?
But if you're going to do it,
do it right.
You do it with that guy back there.
Yeah,
you
exactly
got
right.
a guy that is extremely fast, but you have to look over there. And probably at this point, Manatee would be sitting on that after the timeout.
I'm not recommending it.
I'm getting a little ill. I'm feeling like Sagel. Tyreek Allen's back there to return this one, along with E.J. Allen Jr. Oh, different long snapper for the Tigers here. It's a good one. Kicks up, and it's a short kick.
It's going to bounce.
It's going to bounce. Just check up there and stop at the 47-yard line. So the Manatee Hurricane 47-yard line. Good field position for the Canes.
At the 48-yard line.
We really have to come out here, and the defense has got to just continue to play strong and stop this offense from getting into the end zone again. And we don't want to get too far behind these guys. And defensively, I really like what I'm seeing, guys. And, hopefully they can just continue with this tempo. And, we haven't seen a lot of pressure, if any, on the quarterback at all tonight. That's
right. Yes.
And with that big offensive line, you can imagine why. But we need to do something to try to get some pressure on him.
They're playing very well. What we haven't seen is a turnover, and that would be just what the doctor ordered.
High snap, and the Tigers are all over this one. And that one was 22. Danny Rivera, he ran in there, just made it on the field in time to make a play. But watch that. Right there in the middle, there's Danny Rivera and Jalen Wester, and no gain on the play. Loss of about a yard. So 8 on the clock here. Manatee Hurricanes have this one. 2nd 11. Ball's at the 47. Big receiver out here. Sheldrick Simpson in coverage. They look. Lefty steps up, throws it. Wide open receiver. and he's going to be tackled, but that's a first down for the Canes. Ball's on the, let's call it the 41-yard line.
Yeah, that was Arion Neri that made a nice catch on that play, picks up the first down. What I like about him, he had his hands out, away from his body, clean catch.
And he ran past the marker so that they could move the chains.
Kyrie Jones in the backfield with Brzezowski. Brzezowski doing a very solid job here tonight, managing the game. He has two receivers on both sides of the formation. Jet sweep. And, a tremendous play by Jalen, Big Baby Wesker. Checked out that, came flying through that A-gap.
Big Baby was making people cry on that one. Look at that. Look at this textbook.
Came in unblocked and just
hit him low
and sent him airborne. Comes in tonight, the leading tackler on the defense with 39 stops.
He's got those breast cancer awareness socks flying around out there on the football. Easy to spot Jalen out there. Oh, it's a screen there in the middle of the field. Tigers step up and really have a good play there. Goes for a gain about 2 yards on the play. We'll bring up a 3rd and long.
Yeah, just gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Maybe just past it, but good job by the defense, swarming to the ball, making a play, sure up the tackle.
Yeah, great job by the linebackers. It looked like they had it all set up, but linebackers stepped up and made the play. Wester.
And DeJuan Smalley is out there playing defensive tackle. He's been playing a lot of long snapper, and we saw a different long snapper, and that explains why he's out there on the defensive rotation tonight for the Tigers after the loss of Floyd Dozier Jr.
Absolutely.
3rd and 9 for Brzezowski. Looks for the middle screen. Nothing there. Ball on the ground. And West, it's going to be stamped with a recovery at the 40.
Great play. We'll have to take a look at the replay to see who got a hand on the ball.
Ruben stamped.
Ruben recovers.
See if it's – that's going to be –
looked like Bernard.
Was it 17?
Cedric Augustin, the 5'11", 220-pound sophomore linebacker.
Yeah, great job. The first time we've seen some real pressure on the quarterback tonight, and pays off big time for the Tigers.
So the defense continues to play, and I was hoping for an interception, but nice strip there and something to get the offense back in business here.
So the Palmetto Tigers will have the ball in excellent field position. The ball is going to be spotted at the 38-yard line after the big turnover. Troy, what's the energy level feeling like down there?
There's a lot of excitement, a lot of energy, a lot of back pats, guys telling each other, come on. It's getting physical out there, and I think we're starting to win the battle of attrition if we can continue to be physical here with this drive.
Well, that's something that Coach Marino always preaches. He wants this team to be physical. He wants you to play hard for 48 minutes, and he really won't accept anything less. So really good job by the defense, and hopefully we can pick up some points here before the end of the half.
We have a lot of fans that are happy to be watching Tiger Vision is presented by Conley Buick GMC. I can assure you Coach Marino is not one of them.
That's right.
Looking in from home as the Tigers are trailing by 1 here. Jet sweep action. Josh Siplin looks down the boundary, and incomplete pass intended for Jaquez Hughes, 2nd and 10. Oh, that was a dangerous-looking play as
yeah, you had Tyreek Wagner over there just waiting for that ball, just playing that free safety roll out there, and that could have been ugly.
And we saw Jaquez Hughes last week lower the boom on the tight end against Bradenton River right down there by the end zone. So he's very familiar with running across the middle.
Yeah, and really a heads-up play by the defender. That's one of those you can get an amazing lick out there, but these days that's going to be the 15-yard penalty. Really smart pulling off of that hit. 2nd and 10. Option. Siplin keeps it, runs forward, running hard, 205-pounder, goes for a gain of about 7.
Yeah, really good hard run by Josh. I mean, he made his mind up quick, and he just barrels through the middle of the line there. Real good job. He was committed to it. He didn't try to cut and get away from anybody. Just.
Dude, isn't your mom here? Bro, don't worry about her, man. She's cool. It's Dakota's mom.
I don't even want to know what they're doing downstairs. All I know is they're here and they're safe.
Did you know hosting a party with underage drinkers is a crime? You could face a $1,000 fine and up to a year in jail. Get the facts at drugfreemanatee.org.
And we're back. We still have an injured Manatee player on the field. Hopefully he's okay. He's getting up now. Haven't been able to get a number yet. Looks like number 5, guys.
Yeah, and he's it's Nathan Hyman, and he's a player. And what happened was friendly fire.
He really is.
There was two, the DN and Hyman they were from the opposite side. They met in the backfield as Siplin stepped up.
Yeah, Hyman's a player now.
He's a dude.
He is right in the mix of everything going on, and he's a smart player too. Understands the scheme, knows where he needs to be. Guarantee you he's making sure everybody else is where they're supposed to be as well.
Yeah, I've been very impressed with his play. 5 minutes and 18 seconds on the clock for the Tigers, driving here late in the second quarter. Sajel Hickson in the backfield with Siplin. Kind of a bunch formation over here to the right, bringing receiver over in motion. He's going to run it. It's just a quarterback keeper. Turns it inside. Big tackle there. And let's get his number there. 43 on there, and that is Samu Vave, the outside linebacker.
Yeah, that play really never had a chance, guys. I mean, they just blew through the O-line. And
so it's fourth down. It's fourth down.
So, yeah, but there's 2 receivers out there, one in coverage out there. Slant receiver would be open. Now, Palmetto thinking this one over. 4 minutes and 32 seconds on the clock.
He's backing up for a quick kick.
Yeah, there's nobody back there, so punt the ball, Josh. Oh, nice kick. One. Good gracious, Josh. And he lowers that one, and it's going to get into the end zone.
No.
Yeah,
Did they get it?
It got in there.
Oh. Barely. He was at the
outkicked his coverage.
Creeped over the goal.
So, he just barely – that was like one of those slow swinging golf swings, real smooth 54-yard punt, right?
Yes.
Without effortlessly.
Reminder, fans.
It was a great punt.
Coverage.
Sit in the red section.
If we would have been
catch it and kick it.
If we would have been about 5 yards back.
Red sections. And please,
of all times for him to turn one over, it had that perfect spiral back there.
Yeah, the only other time he did it, he probably only went 25 yards.
Right, so just a 54-yard punt, but a net of 34 as Manatee gets the ball in the 20.
And the key is we flip the field here. They've got to go 80 here on us. Enough time here to get a stop, get a ball back, and do a 2-minute drill.
Kyrie Jones in the backfield. He fakes it out there, throws it out there late. Receiver open, and didn't expect the pass out there was E.J. Allen Jr., but you'll see on the replay, that was right on him.
Guys, I think this is their worst starting position tonight, though, offensively.
Yes.
For Manatee.
Yes, they've been starting midfield, if not better.
So really, a very close game here. Palmetto Tigers hanging tough. Manatee with a 14-13 lead. 4 minutes in this second quarter. 4 minutes and 10. Brzezowski looks, steps up the middle. And now he throws it out there late, wide open receiver, breaks the tackle, Zipper's in the chase, and he's going to be tackled there by Stamp.
Yeah, good job by Ruben Stamp. If he doesn't get over there and make that tackle, that's a touchdown. But I think Zipper was gaining ground, though. He may have made the tackle. But once again, we are right there to make that play, and we just could not get a hand on it.
I'm really impressed with this quarterback. Yeah, when he gets under pressure, he has stepped up and made some great plays, and our defense is playing very well too.
Very sound. He just stepped up and he's making plays tonight as Brzezowski, and really his throws have been very nice also. Kyrie Jones in the backfield, and this time he gets it. And he's going to be tackled by Jalen Wester. A gain of about 2 on the play. So the clock runs 3 minutes and 11 on the clock.
And so far, so good with the defense, with their running backs that are very scary and very big and very impressive. We've held our own with their massive line and with these backs to keep them contained so far.
And now Jaden Corbett is out here wide to the boundary on this side of the field.
taking so much time on the play clock.
Arian Neary out there also. And he looks, throws it to the middle field, wide open receiver, and he is tackled by Alvarez, but not after first down. Clock stops at 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's Ty Neville's right there. Yeah, and Kobe Alvarez made the tackle, and he's hurt.
He's down.
You know, Kobe Alvarez, we've seen him play, and you know he is a guy that is not the biggest out there. 5'10", 145 pounds. He's a senior, but he is a really tough player, working on his left leg.
Kobe's in a lot of pain. This is hard to see.
So 1st and 10 for the Canes as we're stopping the clock here at 2:26 as they work on Kobe Alvarez. Our thoughts and prayers are out to them. Fellas, I think, you know, a very hard-fought game. I've been impressed with both teams. Really, the play of the quarterback for Manatee has been solid.
No, it really has.
Here's a trivia question, Ken.
When was the last time Palmetto defeated Manatee at Hawkins Stadium?
If you watched the pregame, the answer was there. It was close. Didn't Kenny already see the answer?
Kind of, sort of.
I think you did, Kenny. I think you ruined the entire.
But I did. I think I did ruin it.
Don't use that little scroll bar and scroll way back there to the left and try to figure this one out. It's going to be tough to find. That was a long time ago.
Glad to see Kobe's up. He's walking. Can't tell if it's an ankle or knee, but you know Kobe is not that big, but he plays.
He does.
He does.
He
He's
plays
got
enormous.
A big heart. He's got a big heart.
And he has a pick this year as well. He has an interception. I think it was against Port Charlotte, maybe, or
yes.
But
really,
Kobe's been playing football his entire life. I mean, from Pop Warner, Manatee County.
Kyrie Jones awaits.
Get off.
2 receivers out here to the left. 2 minutes and 14 seconds on the clock. Brzezowski hands it off to Kyrie Jones. Jalen Wester.
That was a great play.
Tackle.
Great play by Jalen to get in there, and that's where you really see Jalen's speed as well. He gets in there and just gets enough of those feet.
He just darted right through the hole there, like a blur. Just unbelievably quick.
Kyrie Jones, for a big back, he has great feet too. I've been very impressed with his lateral quickness back there. It's, you know, at a big 225 pounds. This time he rolls out there, steps up, and Jordan
nice
Renault,
job.
And it seals that one out. But, you know, 2 players on that one. First of all, you had number 17, which is Cedric Augustin again.
And then Jordan comes in there from behind and wraps it up.
The great news, the clock continues to wind here. Manatee's got to have a couple timeouts left in the pocket here.
A couple on the play, brings up 3rd down and a long 10.
Manatee has 3 timeouts left. Very surprised that he didn't take a timeout here earlier. 1 minute and 7 on the clock, 3rd and 11. Must feel that they have a really good play on right here.
Either way, they don't want to give the ball back to us before halftime. They get the ball coming out second half.
Yeah, so he drops, and there he goes, and had a little and it's out of bounds. Good coverage over there. There's an incomplete pass. There it stops the clock. We got a flag on the far sideline over there. Thrown in the area of L.J. Hewitt, way across the field. That was 55 and a half yards across.
I mean, is that going to be a holding call on?
Hopefully not.
On the Tigers.
That is 53 yards on the other side of the field. So 51 seconds. You can hear some coaches out there pleading for him to pick it up.
Pick it up.
So the White Hat has a holding on the Palmetto Tigers on the opposite side of the field.
But when you say opposite, I mean it is way opposite.
We're talking.
I'm talking the stands.
Yeah,
pretty much.
It's thrown out of bounds on the left sideline by about 4 yards out of bounds on this side.
We're talking way over here. It could have been a cheerleader holding.
That's 59 yards away. And we've got the defensive holding call on the far boundary. Incredible here. The clock is now winding. 46 seconds on the clock.
and this puts them in a manageable
It's
third
and one, right, Kenny?
instead of a 3rd and 11.
Well, that was big news. And now you get the first down. You can stop the clock with the
It's
first
running.
down here, and it's running.
I think now they figured it out. They better stop the clock.
Timeout on the field taken by.
Well, it seems like they have a lot more time than we do sometimes. I wish we had a clock that we could see because they must be right down to 29 seconds before they snap that ball, and we've been called for a delay of game twice. So I'm going back 3 years ago. I'm trying to recall. We were back here. Didn't Kyrie Jones, wasn't he a freshman and he ran all over us? Is that correct, Kenny?
No, it was the
Who was
running
that?
back. We're talking about on the fake punt.
No, I'm talking about 3 years ago when we were here.
Was that Booker or
No, was it?
22?
I
The
thought
kid from the Booker kid that did the fake punt.
I'm not talking about the fake punt. I'm talking about the running back. I'm talking about us, them running all over us that game.
We were here 2 years ago and lost 29-20 in a game. I know we thought we should have won.
Wasn't Kyrie responsible for a lot of that?
Yeah, I think you're right, Rick.
As a freshman.
Yes.
I know I'm right. I just want y'all to agree with me.
I agree with you, Rick.
Rick, you're right.
31 seconds on the clock. High snap, and that's going to mess
Great
up the time.
play
There's
by
Jalen,
Jalen.
Big Baby Wester.
Big Baby was all over that. He has been just awesome tonight, guys. He has come to play like he does every game.
He's one of my favorites in the coaches show. You know, as we talked about him,
he is something else.
He's just a fun guy, a good Christian young man, gives glory to God. But between the lines, he will put it on you.
Big Baby is my favorite player.
Yeah,
just total. I mean, he just even since when he was just a sophomore, just the way he plays this game. You know, it didn't matter that he wasn't starting. Then any time that he was in the game, we were calling his number.
Yeah, it's and he comes from a pretty good football family there for Palmetto High School. What
A little bit, yeah. We were LaJonte caught 3 passes last week for Florida Atlantic as a true freshman.
That's
He's
so
tearing
awesome.
it up, and but Jalen comes in with 7 stops already behind the line of scrimmage from his linebacker. There's number 8 there tonight.
Now I was checking out Facebook today, and John Wester was out there running with Jalen. And there was running through the neighborhood, and the dog was barking. And Father John took off, and it's like, can everybody run in that family, even Dad? With some jets. So the Wester family, very good to Palmetto High School. 4th and 5 here. Brzezowski looks. Good pressure, throws it out there. Good coverage, and that's an incomplete pass, so that's going to be 20 seconds on the clock for the Palmetto Tigers. Great stop.
Jacquez Hughes, once again, making up ground and just making a really good play because there was some separation there, and Jacquez was able to overcome that. And that's 2 4th down.
Yes,
they
have
series here. We're
stepped up on 4th down.
Really,
here.
just a great job. But Jacquez, he's probably pound for pound the greatest athlete on the Tigers side. He can do.
Well,
he can play offense, defense, special teams.
Punts,
right.
He's a leading tackler on special teams.
He's got to be the best athlete.
And he is, probably a D1 cover corner, playing safety for these Tigers. But he looked at that play there, and he shows those, corner type skills. Siplin awaits. And he's throwing a little screen out there, and this time it's going to go. And that's Sajel Hickson. Really fine play there by the defense coming up there. He's got his numbers tucked up there. But that's number 24. And that is Tyreek Allen.
Really a great tackle.
Yeah.
That's not easy to do.
Tyreek, so at the end of the first half, Manatee Hurricanes 14, Palmetto 13 in this Cross River rivalry.
We'd like to thank our media booth.
halftime stats.
You know, that's from our Atlanta studios, the coach, Steven Johnson.
Everything the game was billed as a close one so far, 14-13 on the score. Rushing, Palmetto holds a huge edge, 89-17. We have really, despite being out, being way smaller on the offensive line, 89-17. Most of that on the Sagel-Hickson run. Passing comparable, 30-44. Manatee's made a couple of big plays, but our defense has really held their own. So total yardage 119-61.
Yeah, really a huge stop for the Palmetto defense on that last possession. You know, with the defensive holding and got him there. So just a fine play tonight by Big Baby Jalen Wester.
Well, your Big Baby is the leader of the defense, and he's come out here to play tonight, and he has definitely sparked the rest of the players on defense. And I really see just a huge difference in the way that they are playing tonight. That front line, they are getting off the blocks and they're making plays. And you know, we've had a couple of close plays that could have gone either way. Unfortunately, it went Manatee's way, but you know, we're only 1 point down here, and we've got plenty of time to take this lead.
The Phoenix.
And you know, the difference. You know, we're blessed here at Palmetto High School with great coaching. You know, and you look at college football. You know, you take Mississippi State goes out there and they have 6 touchdowns, and the guy throws for 600 yards. You know, and then they're going to face an Arkansas team the next week that's going to get blown out. Coaches make the adjustments, and Arkansas goes into an old zone, bend but don't break defense. And what you saw from the third and fourth quarter of the Bradenton River game last week to tonight for these Palmetto Tigers are 2 different worlds. It's incredible that it's the same team out here. You have a big back from Manatee, had a big back last week. The rushing yards were piling up there. Seemed like the Tigers, had no answers. But tonight they've got some answers, Ken.
And, yes, we had talked about, too, at the coaches' show, how the kids were they seemed like they were over the game and ready for Manatee. Complete night and day difference, and really have responded to the bell here. Very, very proud of. We'll see now how we make our second half adjustments and see if we've made some improvement from last week, Rick.
I mean, all you got to look at is the rushing yards from Manatee that first half, and that really tells you everything you need to know about that dominant front line for the Tiger defense. They have done outstanding, and Kyrie Jones has really struggled tonight, which is something you don't see very often. So hopefully they come back out here and just stick to the same game plan. It's working. I think that if we can just continue to get some pressure on the quarterback and mess up his rhythm, even though he has thrown some outstanding passes on the run, really anything we can do to disrupt him will be positive for us. But I think that offensively we're really starting to see them, every series you see them becoming a little bit more confident and making plays, and we just need this big receiver. I want to find out who wants to catch the ball every time. Who's our go-to receiver?
Did you know that you can purchase a new vehicle online without ever having to step foot in the dealership? Using our new Shop Click Drive tool, you can search for your next vehicle from the comfort of your home or office. Select your purchase method and customize your payments. Value your trade-in, submit your deal, and boom, have your new vehicle delivered to you by a product specialist in just a few hours. It's as simple as that. Visit ConleyBuickGMC.com to learn more about our new Shop Click Drive tool. Conley Buick GMC, where we treat you like family.
Hey guys, this is Bill Britt, Palmetto Booster Club president, and I am here tonight to interview Palmetto High quarterback Josh Strickland. And Josh, it is great to see you once again.
Yes, sir.
I have the privilege of getting to see you quite a bit in
Yes,
practice and games, and I'm really impressed with your progress.
Thank you.
Quarterback.
Thank you so much.
And I want to talk about that a little bit to our fans who may not realize this. You know, you are a senior.
Yes, sir.
But you have patiently waited behind some fine football players
right.
for your chance on the field. And I want you to talk a little bit about your mindset of having to do that. And now that you're the guy, you know, what are you doing each week to prepare and to get better?
Right. Well, most people don't know my 10th grade year, I didn't play football. I was more focused on basketball. So when I did come in 11th grade year, I knew I had a lot of catching up to do. So, you know, I sat back and I learned and I took everything in and, you know, to be a leader, to be a quarterback, because I knew my time was coming my senior year. So when senior year came, it came real fast. So I went in, I stepped in, I did what I had to do, and you know, things are going well right now, even though we had that loss against Bradenton River. But as me being a leader, I told my team we're going to bounce back, and I keep encouraging them, you know, keep their heads up, that we'll be just fine.
Well, Josh, I have had a chance to watch you the last couple of years, and you've really matured as a young man.
Yes, sir.
And it shows when you're practicing and when you're playing the games. But you know, talk a little about in detail when you get to practice, you know, your mindset. What do you focus on? What are your coaches trying to get you to take that next step in your development as a quarterback?
Okay, well, every day in practice we have our individual period. And that's just my quarterback coach, Coach Ty, taking his time, just working on me as a quarterback and my feet and how I throw the ball. And, you know, just doing what quarterbacks do, you know, and then we take time with our wide receivers, you know, make sure they catch the ball, make sure they're in the place where they're supposed to be so I could get the ball to them. And every time I come to practice, my mindset is let's get the job done so we get ready for this game on Friday.
And I know that Coach Ty does a great job with quarterbacks in general, and
yes, sir.
He's worked really hard with you.
Yes, sir.
He got on you a little bit the other night.
Yes, right.
You know, and in a good way.
Yeah.
Because he really has high expectations
right.
for you.
Right.
As he's told me many times.
Right.
He says we have not seen the best of Josh Strickland yet, but we expect to see that.
Yes, sir.
As the season progresses. So
yes, sir.
Talk about a little bit about your goals as we get towards the end of the season. I know that you have aspirations to play in college, I'm sure.
Yes.
So have you had any contact with any coaches? Or
yes, I had a couple contact with a couple coaches, Bowling Green and Carson Newman, you know. So they got in contact with me and we talked a little bit, but I know the coaches are gonna come sooner or later, week after week, after we keep performing well, and you know, so.
Yeah, there's no doubt that as
right.
the season progresses and as you show improvement
yes, sir.
each week,
thank you,
that the colleges are going to start calling, and you'll have plenty of opportunities for your future. So,
yes, sir.
Talk about a little bit about off the field. You know, what do you like to do?
Yes, sir.
How are things going in the classroom, which is always important?
Great. Things are going very well, you know. I always have to be a student athlete, you know, student first and get my grades and, you know, just pay attention in class, doing what's right, sitting in front of the class, make sure I'm doing everything I can do, you know. The teachers are looking at me. They know I'm the quarterback, you know, so I just have to be that leader on and off the field.
Great. So hopefully we'll get to see some of this interview this Friday night. We're going
yes,
to play
sir.
Manatee High School.
Yes, sir.
You know, talk about that rivalry, the Cross River Rivalry. It's a big game. For
yeah,
High,
it is.
High.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
sure you guys are looking forward to
yes,
it.
Sir. Yes,
talk
sir.
about that a little bit.
So when this week began, you know, our team was a little down because we had that loss to Bradenton River, but I told them, like, come on, guys, let's pick it up. The season's not over. That's just one loss. And we had one loss last year. So I'm telling them, like, keep your head up. Let's go. We can still go to the playoffs. We can still make it to the championship. You know, we just have to work harder. Because we really played to the level of our competition Friday. So, you know, just encouraging my teammates, you know, so.
Well, I know that we've got some really good senior leadership on this team this year, and you're a big part of that. And any football team, no matter what level you're on, the veterans lead the way, makes a huge difference in success or failure for any football team. So I'm really pleased with what I have observed being around the team and around the players, that you guys are doing a great job. You know, it's a real joy for those of us who are working to support the teams when we get a chance to be around the young people and we see their maturity and their progress as young people. It's a gratifying aspect of what we try to do as boosters. So, Josh, I appreciate you coming on.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, so that's all for the interview. I just want to say to all of our Tiger fans, if you have any interest in getting involved with boosters, please go to our website, PalmettoTigers.com. Click on the link for boosters. There you will find membership page, information on boosters, and contact information. If you ever have any questions or want to get involved, we would love to have more of our fans involved in boosters, because especially with this year, we've been a little bit behind in our fundraising like everybody else.
Yes, sir.
The COVID situation.
Yes, sir.
And we're playing a little bit of catch up. But we'll get it done because we have a great community and we are one town, one team.
One town, one team. Yes, sir.
Hey, this is Casey Scott, husband, father, artist, golfer, diver, fisherman, lover of life and family. Passionate about protecting our world's resources and capturing its beauty through my artwork. Although I live in Palm Beach, Florida, I buy my vehicles from Conley Buick GMC in Bradenton because they are passionate about protecting our environment and providing you with a great buying experience. They absolutely do treat you like family.
Hi, my name is Heather, and I bought my Crosstrek here at Conley Subaru. The eyesight feature in it saved my life. So I was driving down 41, a car pulled out and ended up causing an accident. Fortunately, my Subaru with eyesight helped save my life by braking and even slightly turning the vehicle as I was going through this. I love my Crosstrek. I hope you buy your car here at Conley Subaru, where they really do treat you like family.
Go, Troy.
All right, I'm here field level with Coach Bradenton. We talked about in the first half, special teams, defense, offense got on track early in the first half. What is it going to take to win this ball game tonight?
We got to tighten up on special teams. Again, we rep the heck out of it. But special teams, you don't have to be the greatest football player. You got to give great effort. So we told them that's what we need. We've been giving great effort on offense. They're coming around. Defensively, we've kind of found our way. The penalty and the tip, you know, those things happen. They're a good football team too, but we got to tighten up in all three phases if you want to win a game like this.
Well, I tell you, your defensive line has held their running game to under 20 yards, which is amazing, especially given last week. What adjustments have you been able to make to cause the defense to be more aggressive?
Just back to basics, fundamentals, almost like camp stuff. You know what I mean? Every little detail matters in the game of football, and so we simplified the game plan a little bit and just let our athletes play. We got a bunch of good athletes out there, and when they know how to play fast, I like our chances. But again, special teams, we got to do better this half.
Go get them, Coach. So here again, the key is to play Palmetto football. Coach talked about it here, and we talked about it in the pregame as well as seeing it here on the field. Special teams, every play, our kids are getting better. Josh Siplin only had three series in the second half against Bradenton River last week. He's looked very sharp. The defense is coming along greatly. Obviously, that's a big difference from giving up 100 and almost 200 yards in rushing last week. So here, it's a race to the finish.
Thanks very much for that Arctic Air sideline report. And we're missing Tom Porter tonight. Well, some of us are. I don't know about you.
Sending love out to Tom.
I didn't. Is Tom not here tonight?
I thought I saw him down there. Oh, it wasn't him?
I didn't have the red hat on. I started to wear it, but I didn't.
All right. Well, the kickoff. The Palmetto Tigers will kick this one away, and you've got Jordan Colorado. Get a kick out of good service from our friends at DeVito's Auto, located in Ellington. Really nice kick, go down to the 2-yard line, and that's going to be fielded there. And, wow, big gap. And it's T.J. Allen. And he's down the sideline, and he cuts it back. Tigers giving chase. Look at big Jordan, or that is number 3 there, L.J. Hewitt. That's the second big play, but not after a huge return.
Well, we just heard the coach say we got to work on our special teams. You got to give a great effort. We saved a touchdown, but my goodness, we gave them a very short field.
Yeah, they've really hurt us tonight on kickoffs. Our own has been the one that has hurt us the most, but they have playmakers as well. And
is that Tyreek Allen that time?
We're in a deep hole.
Brings up first and goal, Manatee.
So first and goal now for the Canes here. The ball is on the 7-yard line. A huge return. That was about a 94-yard return. Brzezowski hands it off to the back. And there is, shakes a tackle, drives forward there. So excellent play there by Kyrie Jones.
Should have been about two-yard loss, but is able to keep his balance and break a tackle and pick up a couple. But big test here for the Palmetto defense to start the second half off.
Yeah, kind of hard to continue to arm tackle an oak tree after a while. I mean, that's a tremendously sized 225 low leverage running back there. Now the ball is on the 5-yard line. Jones takes it, driving forward, easy, sledding for 6. So the Canes lead this one 20-13, pending the extra point.
Yeah, they allowed Kyrie to get a little bit of running room there, and once he picks up steam, it's almost impossible to bring him down.
So swinging gate here. Back to kick. This one is Chris Snyder. Brzezowski with the hold. Good snap. Holds down. Whistles. Oh, that looked like it was wide left. You know, he pulled that one to the left. And it looks like offsides on those Tigers on an extra point that looked like it was missed.
That's probably why he kicked it left. He saw that defense coming at him. He rushed his kick a little bit, but there was a reason why we were getting to him so quickly. We were offsides.
So Snyder.
So this comes to make, instead of a 20-yard extra point, it'll be about an 18.
And how much difference?
Nope.
And now he has the snap. I want to get you the long snapper's number here eventually. There's a good snap, and he gets it up. Spot by Brzezowski. Kick is up and good by Chris Snyder. So with 10:59 on the clock, the Manatee Hurricanes lead this one 21-13.
You know, we really haven't seen an issue with the kickoff team like we have tonight, and we've been able to, and we have spoken about it several times, how last year we really didn't have to worry about it because the ball was in the end zone about 90% of the time. But, you know, tonight we've been exposed, and we're going to have to clean that up and try to figure things out, because hopefully we will get into the end zone and have to kick off again. But, yeah, we got plenty of time here, guys. I mean, we just need to continue to play Tiger football and move this ball down the field. Offensively, we just need to do what we know is the best way to move the ball. I mean, our running game really hasn't been as productive as I thought it would, and I would really love to see Sagel and our other backs really just dominate here the second half.
Really, defense has been sound for the Tigers, but, you know, with 2 kick returns to midfield and then that one down to the 7-yard line, your own 7-yard line, you know, that's makes it tough. Get a kick out of good service with our friends at DeVito's Auto. This one goes out of bounds. That's going to be a flag. Smoke somebody standing on the fence over there.
Guys, I went golfing. This morning. That looks like my tee shot right there. I was in the woods all day.
So Tigers are going to have good starting position here. So it'll be interesting to see what the Tigers come out with. You know, we saw some different variations from the offense in the first half.
Yes.
Saw some different formations that we've seen. So that was good to see. That coaching staff has been going to work over the week.
Well, I think just having Jaquez in there, almost a regular member of the offense, tells you that they are trying to do everything they can to give this offense a spark.
Let me jump in here real quick. Again, coming out of halftime, Coach said special teams would be a big key and give up the long run and field position, and that's why they were able to punch it in and get an 8-point lead here. We'll see if we can come back and score right away.
Sorian gathers and Smiley out here. And then he's going to be Siplin, breaks a tackle, looks down the field, shakes another tackle, and that is a fantastic half-yard run.
Yeah, and that should have been about a 5-yard loss. So a really good job by Josh just to break those tackles and pick up anything positive. But he stood back there in that pocket for a while, guys, as you see here, trying to find that receiver. Just could not get an open receiver. But look at that. I mean, that was a lot of running for about half a yard.
Yeah. He's got Zorian Gathers over here along with Jamarian Simmons on this side of the formation. Runs the option out there. Sajel Hickson. Oh, shows speed, stiff arm. He's at the 49-yard line. So that's going to. And there's a fight going on the other side of the field. So again, we've got a play on this sideline, and we've got Iron Jackson over there, and a Tiger locked up on the other side of the field. So that's
going to be that's going to be
Quay Smith over there.
Was that Quay and then also Iron Jackson? So we may have offsetting fouls.
I would guess so, and that from the spot of the game looks like a first down for the Tigers. Definitely after the play.
The little outside pitch on the option seems to be our bread and butter running play tonight. That's the second or third nice run we've had, Sajel, on this side of the field.
Really good stiff arm there.
Yes, the guy was there, and he put the stiff arm on.
And then up down the sideline, so we have personal fouls after the play. That's going to be offside, and then a face mask against Manatee. So, and then the face mask after that. So that'll be a 15-yard penalty assessed here. So the Tigers should have this one on the Manatee 35.
Well, good job, Brian, because that's Common Core math to me. I'm trying to figure that out.
I can do that.
We got lucky that Iron actually would have been fine, but he gets back into the face of our DB there and starts clapping his hands. That's where that second personal foul came in.
Yeah, if that was going to get a little more complicated, I was going to send that down to Troy to do the math for me. But with 10:13 on the clock, Sajel Hickson's in the backfield, 3 receivers out here wide to the right. And there is a stoppage of play.
It's like offsides defense.
Pointing at Manatee.
So here we go. It's over there with Zorian Gathers. And I think number 20 over there doing a fine job tonight is Dunbar. You know, he was coming up to press so hard, and he came up to press the receiver and jumped offside. That's one you rarely see.
But that's exactly what happened. He almost got fooled by the count himself. And he was going to go in there and jam Zorian. And
yeah, if you're wondering what he was going to do, he certainly was not dropping into a back pedal. Came up there, and that's aggressive. You know, you've got a very dynamic receiver out there, single coverage, and you're pressing over there. So this time, Siplin keeps the ball, drives forward for a nice gain. He's going to be about 2 yards short of the first down, so to bring up a 3rd and 2.
I like what I see from Zorian right now. He's not really trying to, to move and cut. He's just putting his head down and going.
Quay Smith uncovered. Now rolling over here is Iron Jackson. I'd throw away to that side and go to the other side of the formation. This time he does.
Oh.
And it's picked off, and it's going to be Tyreek Allen. He's got a big lane, and Sajel Hickson's out there, and Sajel Hickson with a great tackle.
That was unfortunate. The receiver falling down made it a clear shot to pick that pass off. We can see the replay here.
And it looked like the receiver falls down, the ball sails, and a big interception for Tyreek Allen.
Right back there. Yep, just falls down. Just poor. Just can't help it. And we're on a dry field tonight. We've talked about that. And then it's very important to tackle these athletes here. Otherwise, they're going to be back in the end zone real quick.
Great matchup over here with Evan Neary over here with L.J. Hewitt. He looks left-handed. Brzezowski, middle of the field, wide open receiver. Driving across the 50 in the Palmetto Tiger field. So that is 8:58, 7 on the clock. First down, Manatee.
We have only played 3 minutes, and we have gone back and forth with these guys. Probably 200 yards of offense here.
Rolling over here late is Jordan Simpson, the 6 foot, 175-pound sophomore. They throw it out there, and this time it's going to be Sheldon again.
It's an incomplete pass.
Shedrick Simpson.
That was almost a heck of a catch right there.
That is an incredible play.
The thing is, the quarterback put it right only where he could catch it. Good replay job there, guys.
Yeah, great replay there by the guys in the clicking spree.
Great job by Simpson, though.
Eye of the Tiger trailer down there. Yeah, Simpson, number 20 for the Tigers. He's been great. 8 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. 2nd and 10. Kyrie Jones, it's a fake. Brzezowski nowhere to run.
There we go.
This time he's tackled by number 22, Danny Rivera. This is a big one. Big stop. Loss of about 5 on the play.
Yeah, that really came at a good time, and he's been elusive all night. We finally get him on the ground.
8:10 on the clock. This is a big third down. It's a third, and we'll call it 15 yards. Ball is at the 45-yard line. Actually need to get it past the 40, the opposing 40. Kyrie Jones is in the backfield. Look for a pass here for the Canes. Brzezowski sends Jones out. It's a screen. And he's got a very nice tackle.
No way. Wow. That's going to be Simpson again.
Yeah, it's just incredible. Simpson, number 20. Sheldrick is making plays all over the field.
You think we're going to see a punt from Manatee for the first time?
Yes. I'm going to go out on a limb and say they will kick this one away. And one thing that's fun.
Am I right, though, Kenny? Is this the first punt of the night?
Yes, it is. Yeah, they went for it a couple of times, 3 times.
Snyder's a good punter. He gets the ball off clean. Charles McCracken, the long snapper, good long snapper. One thing you can do when you're a big-legged kicker like this, you can out-kick the coverage. And back there is Jaquez Hughes to field it. Oh, Manatee false start, so that's going to back him up another 5 yards. 6:52 on the clock. Really big stop for the Tiger defense on that last possession, guys. But now punting this one away is Chris Snyder.
Yeah, I mean, Brian, that was after that unfortunate interception for them to lock it down again. Really a big series for the defense.
Nice snap. Good kick. Driving. Quez Hughes watches it. Down at the 20, we've got a big hit over here.
Right in front of the referee.
In front of the ref. No call. And that's ball's at the 20.
Great job by the defense to kill Manatee's momentum with that pick after a successful drive. So we get the ball back and get a chance to get back in this game. And Quez is out there on offense now.
Yeah, number 4, Jaquez Hughes, out there on offense. His offensive coordinator over there, Jaquez Green.
Break for a water break.
For a
Every day, 192 people in the U.S. die from drug overdose, but they don't have to. In Florida, if you're trying to save the life of another person, you're protected from prosecution by the Good Samaritan Act.
You just saved her life.
Yeah, you are good. Palmetto Tigers will spot this one. Started off from the 20-yard line, trailing in this one, 21-13 to these Manatee Hurricanes in the Cross River Rivalry. Out here, Zorian gathers wide. In the backfield, now moved to the slot is Sajel Hickson. Coming across the formation is Jaquez Hughes. Looking for a hole. He bounces it outside as the 20 turns it in. Good tackle there by number 24, Jaden Dunbar. But gain of about, let's see, right at the line of scrimmage.
Penalty flag.
Penalty probably has to be a holding there, Troy.
A lot of speed on that defensive side for Manatee.
The one thing they can do by getting Jaquez Hughes the ball, they can set something up here later in the game for him with this play.
Another big penalty there. So the Tigers are going to go back 10, and that'll bring up a 1st and 20. I think the holding was right at the line of scrimmage, dead ball, a spot foul, but it looked like the hold was right there on the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be a 1st and 20. Running out wide to the boundary is Quay Smith. Siplin. Bunch formation to the right. Option out there to Sajel Hickson. Gets just a pickup of about half a yard on the play. Great pursuit by the entire Manatee defensive line.
It's really been difficult for us to get around that edge, Kenny. They are fast, and they run down that line about as quick as I've seen in a long time.
Yes, they have made some second-half adjustments here to our outside.
What you do is run that option look and then throw it a seamer down there as the Tyreek Allen making the play from way back there in the secondary. And this is going to be Sajel Hickson again. And he fumbles the ball after hurdling. It's going to be Manatee ball.
And that's what we didn't need to do is
let's see when the ball came out. The ground can't cause a fumble, but I think it might have been going out prior to him hitting the ground. Let's see. Sajel Hickson hurdles the player, and the ball's out. So it's clearly out, and then Manatee scrambles on that one. So great field position for the Hurricanes. They're going to have this one 1st and 10 from the 20, injured Manatee player on the field.
You just really, we can't do this. We pin ourselves back with penalties, and now we fumble the ball. We give them another opportunity. From about the 20-yard line. Defense has to come out once again and try to hold them to at least a field goal, if nothing else. And it's not an easy job. But Sajel needs to put his head down there and lower his shoulders and just try to break a tackle. We start doing all this hurdling and jumping around, and that ball is out there. He's just kind of hanging it out there off of his side. And it's unfortunate.
5 minutes 32. Now the Canes are in excellent position here, taking over after the fumble. Kyrie Jones is in the backfield there with Brzezowski. And the Canes, you look for him maybe to try to put the dagger in on this 1st down play. Comes across the motion, and it's going to be Zipper coming up and forcing the play. Great tackle there, really.
Yeah, Zipper made that play.
Yeah. He didn't make the tackle, but he slowed him up just enough.
He did exactly what he needed to do to allow the rest of that defense to get in there. Great job by Zipper.
Great pursuit by the rest of the defense.
E.J. Allen, tonight, I think he's got a couple touchdowns here. He's been dynamic tonight and looked like, one thing we've seen on the number 45 Zipper, first game out, he has 2 interceptions. He has a pick 6, surprising speed, and I understand that he's a relative newcomer to football.
He's still learning the game. So every week he's getting better and better. He's understanding the game more. He's understanding his position. That's an outstanding play on a very speedy running back that if he gets around the edge is probably going to score.
Well, while we have this stop in the action, I wanted to thank some guys that really do all the work here at Tiger Vision. Is presented by Conley Buick GMC. The Clicking Spree video and sound production crew. Statistics tonight, the coach, Steve Johnson from our Atlanta, Georgia studio. And tonight from the Eye of the Tiger production trailer, audio, the Wizard, Nick Batchelder. Production director, Army Staff Sergeant James Burton. And then we have camera crew lead with 4 years of experience. We haven't chased him away yet. Chandler Jessup. And the Arctic Air highlight camera, the amazing superstar, Palmetto High School student, Seth Hoopengarner. And camera 3 is the rookie, Jay West, to mention a few. And I know we've got a fourth cameraman, but I didn't write that down. The show is created by Palmetto High graduates and Internet Broadcast Network directors and co-founders, Chad Burton and Jordan Varnador. They're both great men, great fathers, and great sons.
Kenny, do you think we have more Hoopengardeners or Varnadors in
Oh, my goodness.
this area?
When I was going through school, it would be a toss-up. There's a lot of both of those families. Definitely. I don't know.
And Seth comes from a family of, 5 and 6 brothers. Now Brzezowski looks, he got a middle screen set up, and he's got Roy out there at the back, and that's Brichette, and it is Jalen Wester.
No, that's going to be number 20 again. That's going to be.
He can't be. He cannot be making
that's
all
gonna
these
be
plays
Simpson.
tonight.
That's going to be Simpson.
How many times have we called
He's on
his
fire
number?
tonight. I'll tell you, he is just
Look at
making
that.
plays.
Just a perfect form tackle.
Yeah, Jalen came
Textbook.
over to clean up, but Simpson over there, what a game he's having tonight. 4 minutes and 35 seconds, 3rd and long now for the Canes. Really impressive stand here. Manatee Hurricanes after the fumble in great position going backwards. Brzezowski. Now watch out, that's number 22 in going out there, and that's E.J. Allen. He's been devastating. 14 and 15, kind of switching things up on this side. Timeout, a little confusion over there. So 4 minutes and 5 seconds here in the third quarter. Palmetto Tigers are trailing, Manatee driving 21-13.
Really am, proud of the defense tonight. No matter what happens, they have been playing on their own end of the field all night, Kenny. We have had really poor starting position. Manatee just seems to be across our 50 all night, and they have really stepped up and done an outstanding job. And hopefully they can, get another stop here and keep some points off the board. And offensively, we just got to do more.
You talk about stepping up. We are playing without the core of our defense, Floyd, Dozier, and I think the kids have, we don't know when we're going to get him back, but they have really stepped up, losing him as the anchor of our defense. So hats off to them for how well they have played.
Brzezowski, big back there, Jones. Now he looks, rolling, and he's got a receiver out there. Jones on the crosser, and Wester comes over to clean up, but he's got the first down.
He's going to get the first down. And we're just having a problem picking up those backs out of the backfield. And, we had a couple crossing routes that we haven't been able to pick up.
It's had that, it seems those quarterbacks scramble to one side of the field, look for the crosser, and it's there. And they called him short on that. I thought they really had a bad spot on that one. So it'll be 4th and very short. Well, you got a big back. You got a little offensive tackle over there, a guard that's only 6 foot, 329 pounds. You might want to run left with a 225-pound back out of the bunch formation. They do. And they go for the first down. Really had a chance to make the play there was Stamp. First down, Canes.
That's a huge task.
Yeah, think about it. You got a 329-pound lineman. You put the tight end over there. You go heavy, and then you got a 225-pound back. That's tough.
And you want to stop him from getting 1 yard.
Tall order. 2 minutes and 46 seconds here on the clock. This time they hand it off to Jones. Jalen Wester comes in with a nice submarining tackle, but he goes for a gain of about, give him about a yard and a half on the play.
Yeah, another thing we got to be, aware of and concerned about is this defense has been on the field for almost the entire third quarter, Kenny. I mean, they have to be tired.
Yes, and playing with the short field under a lot of stress here, we need to turn over desperately.
Again, it's Brzezowski rolling lefty, throwing it out there. Good coverage over there by the Tigers. And it is incomplete.
That's Simpson over there again. Just really he's like glue tonight. Tell you what, he is all over the place.
Jalen Slow getting up.
Jalen Slow getting up off of the deck over there. About 2 minutes and 9 seconds. 3 minutes. Our 3rd down and 7 here. Ball on the 7 here in the third quarter.
I think Jalen got pushed into that fence over there.
One thing about the historic Hawkins Stadium here, it's a throwback field. And I can remember when you run off the field, you used to slip on the track, and that fence is always right there in front of you, isn't it?
Oh, yes. Yes, it's like the equivalent of a Little League field. It's so close up on the actual field.
3rd and goal for the Canes. Kyrie Jones in the backfield. Brzezowski, 2 receivers on this side of the formation, single 14. Out there. Palmetto jumps off sides. That's encroachment on the Tigers.
Wow.
So that's going to be now a 3rd and 2.
This definitely opens up the playbook to a lot more opportunities for the Manatee offense to execute.
2:03 on the clock. Looks like a slight breeze is picking up here at Hawkins Stadiums. Manatee. They had 3rd and 7. Now it's marked at 3rd and 3 after a 5-yard penalty. Do the math. And he pushes off, and he got the touchdown
hopefully that's the call.
So number 14 out there is Jalen Corbett, 6'3", 185 pounds. But there's a flag on the field.
Came in tonight with
we're conjecturing that it's an offensive pass interference.
Yeah,
it has to be.
Looked like it. The arms were out, extended, and DB, just disappeared. And really a nice catch, and all the good ones do it. And sometimes you get called and you get caught. But so they're going to talk it over. And it looks like the Canes are going to back up here. Whitehat is coming out here to explain this one to us.
We have a lot of long discussions between the refs tonight on just about every flag.
How's my beard coming in over here, Rick?
I mean,
is
goodness
coming in
gracious.
right?
What is it? They're calling it defense?
Oh, that would be an interesting look. So that's a touchdown for the Canes. Interesting call there. 27-13. Let's look at it on the Arctic Air replay. Pretty good coverage over there.
You know what? I don't see pass interference anywhere.
Yeah, I really that's just like a touchdown.
That's a bad call.
Good snap, hold, kick, up, and good. So the Canes are leading in this one 28-13. A minute 59 remains here in the third quarter. Troy, what you got for us?
Well, it looked like one of the officials was going to throw an offensive pass interference flag, and then he conversed with his compadre, and they decided it was going to be defense. From the field level, it was clear that it was offensive pass. I mean, Simpson had inside position, and he couldn't even jump because the guy pushed him in the back.
Yeah, that's what it looked like live from our vantage point, Troy. And then looking at it on the replay, from the camera angle, it wasn't as obvious, but from the angle that we had here live, it looked like offensive pass interference. But kind of a tough call. Good play. The receivers, all the good ones, do it, and so it's a touchdown for the Canes. So they lead this one 28-13 with a minute 59 on the clock. We have Ty Stevens looking in from Miami, Florida. Good work, Ken. Chris Snyder. We've got some statistics coming in from our Atlanta studio here, I believe, on my phone, and we'll get those up for you. But Chris Snyder here is going to kick this one off.
perfect opportunity for an onside kick here.
Yes. And look for him to pooch it over the number 15, Cleve Benson. This time they kick it high, and it's going to be a driving kick. So the Canes are offsides.
So explain to me high school football. So why would that play be assessed on the kickoff? Don't you just decline the penalty? I mean, it's a touchdown or not. So you got a touchdown.
You take the play,
right? You're right. I don't understand why that would have anything to do with the kickoff.
So,
and it really doesn't make any difference because he's kicked the last 3 into the
right,
end zone
but
anyway.
I just don't understand.
But yeah, it makes perfect sense.
That logic. Explain it to me, Brian.
Well,
anybody?
Okay.
I have no answer.
Let me jump in
say
here,
it's a
guys.
Go ahead, Troy.
I was down here with the official, and he explained to me that in high school, the offense has the choice of taking the ball half the distance from the goal line on the point after attempt, or enforcing it on the ensuing kickoff. So it's just one of those weird rules that's only in high school.
Well, there you go,
That is
Troy.
a weird one because you would
Thank
think the penalty would come during the extra point or the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, it's their choice, though.
Yeah,
I mean, they could, after the touchdown, they could have taken the ball half the distance to the goal, maybe gone for 2 because it'd be closer, or they can assess it on the kickoff.
Oh, that's interesting. Very good call from our sideline reporter. Minute 59 on the clock. Manatee now with a 15-point lead. Got a text in from a fan. What's the penalty count? I'll just say a bunch. Both ways tonight. There's a reversed and really good play initially, and Quez tries to shake some tackles and he bounces it out. He's at the 10.
Yeah, I can't go backwards on this team.
And so that's a loss on the play of about 8 yards.
Manatee's going to continue to play us to the outside because that's where we've had luck, and I give the coaches credit for trying to do something to give us a little bit of spark, but we need to be moving forward.
Well, right now Manatee is not concerned with our passing game.
No.
They are not at all. They believe they can man up, and they're taking the run game away from us as well.
So Zorian Gathers is guarded out there by Iron Jackson. Then slot Quay Smith in the slot. And now Siplin looks, he fakes it, and he throws a seamer out there and in and out of the hands of Quay Smith.
And Quay did the same thing last week against Bradenton River, and we had an interception out of it.
And, you know, Josh is throwing a hot pass. It's fast, but like Doug Williams used to say, they pay me to throw it. They pay you to catch it. And that one was, it had a lot of zip on it, but a play that Quay can make. Now it is 3rd and 16 here, ball at the 14 for the Tigers. You would expect some kind of screen action on this play. Siplin looks, he throws it out there, and it's Quay Smith, incomplete pass. That's going to bring up a punting situation for the Tigers. 1:38, and it's 4th and forever here.
Yeah, that was not a good pass by Josh on that.
Quay had to become a shortstop and short hop it.
And that play would have been dead anyway because he had no way of picking up any yards after the catch.
So we've got Tariq Allen out there, the 6', 182-pound wide receiver, along with Iron Jackson here. Jaquez Hughes back to punt this one away.
There's an alarm going off at the school. They may stop the game here for a moment. There's an alarm going off on the field as well.
Yeah, I hear that. And, there's a shank, and that one's going to be a very short kick for the Tigers, so the Canes are going to have this in just outstanding field position. There's a flag.
That's going to be on us. That's we lost our cool. I'm trying to get a number 33.
Yes, Max Logan out there.
Yeah,
he's a long snapper.
He lost his cool, and the referee saw him and not the Manatee player. But we're down by 2 touchdowns here. We can't afford to be giving Manatee just, a short field to play on for the rest of the night. I mean, it's already short enough after that punt, and Jaquez he's doing everything he can. It's going to happen.
Really a good snap by Logan and pretty good protection out there, punt protection. And Jaquez Hughes, he did have a 54-yard punt earlier.
Yes, he did.
He's not a natural punter, but he's out there doing his best.
And he's done an excellent job punting for us all year. So, but still, when you have 15 yards tacked onto it, I mean, where are they at? Like the 10-yard line? Kenny, where are we at?
Ball's on the 10-yard line.
First and goal. It was first and goal out of that.
It's ridiculous.
Now, they're going to put the speedy back in there, and that's going to be that's going to be Roy Burchant. Roy Burchett back there in the backfield. They fake it to him. Now they throw it out there. Ball's up in the air. Zipper made a play.
Oh,
Palmetto's
my
got
goodness.
it. It's going to be
Keep your feet.
amazing play.
Yep. Zipper
There's our
and
guy.
Simpson.
Check that out. Now watch this on the Tiger Vision replay. Chance Zipper hustling out there.
That's a remarkable play. That's
goodness.
And then Simpson goes up there like a basketball rebound and takes it out of the air.
Just for Zipper to make that play.
Incredible. Ran through the, it was going to be like a bubble screen. He just ran through a block.
Yeah. And we've talked about him that this is his first season playing football, correct?
It is.
Okay, and they had no spring football. I mean, he's out here basically in spring practice performing like this. Is amazing.
Sajel Hickson slips initially, and really great pursuit, but he breaks it out. He's at the 40, the 50, and he's going to go out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
I'll tell you what, they missed a face mask on Sajel's stiff arm, too. We got away with that.
Yeah, they usually allow the offensive guys to get away with that one. Gets in there and got a little grab in there,
got a little pull on it right at the very end. You'll
enough.
see it as he's going out of bounds.
Good angle there.
Right there.
There.
Oh, yeah, he's holding on to it.
Yep, but a big play for the Tigers. Zorian Gathers is out here wide to the left. It's handoff to Benson. Finds a crease. Oh, big hit. Ball's out, and Manatee recovers that one. Big hit. We'll have to pick that up on the replay. But they're scramble for the ball, and I believe the Canes have that one, and they do. Recovered there by number 4, which is going to be Cornell Thompson.
Yeah, looks like when they two Manatee players collided, it jarred the ball loose, and how unfortunate.
So bad things coming in bunches here for the Palmetto Tigers. Really nice hit on the play.
And then the other thing, too, is the defense just has not been off the field here just for a minute.
Burchett, don't let him find a crease. He's a flyer, Roy Burchett, but he goes for 9 yards. You can see the Palmetto Tiger defense been out there all night starting to fatigue.
It's just a matter of time, Brian and Kenny. I mean, they have just been out here. Just when you think we're going to be able to give them a little bit of a break, then we have something bad happen.
So 45 seconds on the clock. Second here in the third quarter. 2nd and 2 for the Canes. Roy Burchett in the backfield. Brzezowski hands it off, and big tackle there, and that's going to be, is that Renard? Yeah, Jordan Renard.
It is going to be Jordan, yep.
That's the sophomore, 6'3", 255-pound defensive lineman coming through making the play. 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd down. 4.
So as the clock goes to 0, Manatee Canes are leading this one 28-13.
Hi, I'm Andy Egebrecht, and with my dad Don and brother Danny, we own Andros Boatworks. Andros boats are quality custom boats built right here in Sarasota. We depend on GMC Sierra trucks to pull our boats and get the job done. And we deliver boats both locally and internationally. I suggest you go to Conley Buick GMC. You'll see why we chose their family business to support ours. After 18 years and I don't know how many trucks, at Conley Buick GMC, I guarantee you'll be treated like family.
So tell me, what was actually the name of the award? It was you were the #1 stream in the streaming awards. Isn't that correct?
Correct.
Coming out of the break there. It's fourth quarter action now. Clock on with 12. Manatee with the ball. Palmetto Tiger defense out there. Need to make another stop. Chase Brzezowski back there with Roy Brichette in the backfield, the speed merchant. 3 receivers, no one covering the slot receiver. Now Wester drops in and Palmetto jumps off sides. So that's going to be a big one there, and that's Cedric Augustin drawn off side, so that's going to be a first down for the Canes.
You know, it's those little things right now. They're tired. They're trying to get an extra step. You know, they're trying to do something special here, and I think that's the fire department.
Is that one of your people, Rick?
I think that's the fire department coming over here to check out that alarm we just had going off.
Yes, that makes sense.
Yeah, what happened there? You had a play, and the clock is stuck on 12 out there. So 1st and 10, he throws it. Very good coverage out there. Picked off, and that's going to be
Wester. No.
Oh, that's L.J. Hewitt down to the 25-yard line.
That was outstanding coverage by
L.J. Hewitt.
L.J. Hewitt. I mean, just watch the play here, folks. He's great position here.
I think L.J. pulled up those pink breast cancer awareness socks up there, so he had us thinking it was Wester back there. But Hewitt is a 6'3".
Yeah, that's the thing. This is a
corner.
Most corners are 6 foot and under. This is I was watching a Twitter him doing a flat-footed dunk.
Get off that
Twitter.
ball.
Great interception. Just what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, what the Tigers needed. Sajel Hickson runs into a wall there, goes for very little gain on the play.
You know, guys, the defense is doing everything they can to help the offense out. They're just trying to, give them the spark. I mean, we're down 2 scores and great field position for the first time, and it got to capitalize.
Option left. Get a block out there. Hickson tries to bounce it out. Can't do it. And he's driving, and he's going to be tackled with a gain of about 1 on the play. So it brings up a 3rd and long.
And Rick, you brought up earlier, they're daring us to throw the ball. And we talked about it at the beginning of the game with receivers stepping up and making plays. We cannot be one-dimensional here.
Yeah, we really need for that play. We need Zorian to stay on his block there and allow that thing to develop and let Sajel get around the edge. We just have had a hard time all season, actually, guys, with these receivers staying on blocks and helping out the back so they can get around the edge.
So 11-11 on the clock here in the 4th quarter. Palmetto Tigers are trailing this one. Manatee leads 28-13, trailing by 15 points are the Tigers. Really need to convert on a 3rd and long here.
Yeah, this is 2-down territory for sure. Being down 15. They're going to need to get something to get a little bit closer for a 4th down. But we definitely got to move the chains to have any chance of getting back in this game.
So a big one right here. Let's see what the offensive coordinator, Ty Stoll, dials up here. He's going to have Benson out there, appears to be in the backfield with Josh Siplin. He's got Jamarian Simmons out here in the slot with Zorian gathers wide. Alzavion Houston in the crease. It's an option. Hickson, and that is Benson, and he goes for very little gain, if any.
Tyreek Allen was there to make another tackle tonight. I mean, these DBs are quick. They tackle well. We just are having a hard time getting around that edge. And we are backed
up
to fourth and forever here. I mean,
yeah, fourth and
what about 8
yards?
Yeah. 4th and 8.
Ball in the 23. So big fourth down play for the Tigers. Break the huddle.
We got to have a receiver step up right now.
Siplin.
Middle.
And he's got a receiver catch and completion at the 5.
Open. Yep, and there
first down.
Alzavian Houston is the one that answers the call. Good job.
See him running across the field here.
Yeah. And great play. Just went and made the catch. Didn't try to maintain his balance and run through that one, go for 6.
Move the chains. Nice throw by Josh, and giving each other a little high five there, but we got it. First and goal, gentlemen.
Official timeout for a water break.
He said 9:30. Gave me this.
Yeah, injury on the play. We saw the official timeout. So, that was a game saver there for the Tigers.
It really was, because we only have 9:31 left in this ball game. We have to score here. The defense is going to be asked once again to make another stop, and then we got to come right back and put another one into the end zone for us to even have a chance. And we have to get a 2-point conversion.
If you're the Palmetto defense, you've really been playing pretty sound. This is not the time. There's still enough time on the clock. You don't have to take the onside kick. The onside kick.
Oh, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely not. The defense has been pretty set.
We're just not going to kick it to one of their guys back there.
Iron Jackson.
Let them start at the 35. Kick it out of bounds. But you got to score first. Sajel Hickson gets a block.
Take the edge. Take the edge.
He is in for 6.
Rick, I think they heard you about they need to block so we can run outside.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a number over there. I believe that it's going to be number 88.
Yeah, and 88 is Jamarian Simmons.
I think he's right there. He gets the block, and he stays with his man. Good job.
And Zorian Gathers out there. So the kick is up, and it's he's going out to make the kick. This is our new kicker out there. We're looking at the replays here, and I saw the referee put his – it's been so long since we scored here. The referee sticks his hands up, and I'm saying the kick is up and good.
I'm like, wow, that was quick.
Well, didn't we score 30 seconds ago? Why would he just be putting the hands up? All right, so the kick is up and good.
All right,
so
good job.
Now the Palmetto Tigers trail in this one, but Manatee with a 28-20 lead. I look here as we talk, guys, not the time to come out with an onside kick.
No, it's too early. But I like I said a minute ago, I don't think we need to kick it down to their skilled athletes down there. We have had trouble tonight. All season we've been very good, but
what do you think, Troy?
We got the momentum now, and again, the only way they've been moving the ball has been on special teams. So I suspect that we're going to see perhaps a short pooch kick. I don't think he's going to try and kick it to the back line, because either 10 or 22 are speed burners.
You got it, Troy. Now we had a trivia question, which was the last time Palmetto defeated Manatee at Hawkins Stadium.
5,859 days ago.
27-26.
27-26. I was here for that game, and then I think we had beat them the year before at Palmetto, and then the time before that was 50 years ago. Now, there was a lot of years, like when we all went through, Palmetto did not play Manatee. Of course, we were a little 2A school. Manatee was the big 4A school.
That's right.
So we would never play them. We'd have no chance. It was 50 years ago before that.
My goodness. So, now, in this rivalry, Cross River Rivalry, there's It's kind of like the Florida-Auburn rivalry that doesn't occur on a regular basis anymore. So 40 is Jordan Gallarado to kick this one off. Get a kick out, a good service from our friends. It's a short kick. High pooch kick. And it unbelievable.
He kicked it in the end zone.
That was impressive. Did we have a penalty or something?
We did. We had a penalty, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Which was good.
We had a penalty.
Took their players out of the picture.
Yeah, we had a penalty on the second replay that you missed.
Okay. Well, you know, I'm in the dark. We're all in the dark here now. I've got a little pin light, you know. That
Thanks
I've
to
been using.
Nick.
Thanks to Nick,
yes.
the whiz. And the battery's getting a little low
I
here.
think that's the same flashlight we use when we play Charlotte and we sit in the stands, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it is. We've had the best times down there, though, sitting in the stands.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Now, Manatee hands it off the big back. Good defense by those Tigers. So there's a big stop.
Yeah,
9 minutes and 18 seconds.
Yeah, once again, you've got
Kyrie Jones.
Yeah, and also Cedric Augusto. I really can't say enough about the way the D-line has played tonight. Just really much improved, and, you know, gang tackling, swarming to the ball. Just really, really impressive to see tonight.
And without big number 5 in there as our anchor.
Yeah, and that's a huge offensive line, and they've been working extremely hard. Ormsby very active, number 61. That's time they throw it out there and wide open receiver. First down on the play. Making the tackle over there was Les L.J. Hewitt. Kind of a soft coverage out there. A big first down.
Every time I see that number 3 over there, it reminds me of Day Hill, who's also playing on Saturdays. Not this year due to COVID. I don't believe they.
Central Michigan. Yeah, I think they're.
Are they playing
Division
now?
One's playing.
Are they?
I'm not sure, but I believe they're playing. Yeah, he was a great corner.
8:39, 1st and 10. So the clock stops momentarily to have that first down marked here. Manatee impressive tonight, and the big back there, Kyrie Jones, is back there with Brzezowski. They hand it to him. And, man, big hit in the middle of the line, and not much of a gain there.
Check Nick. Look what Nick did for you, Brian.
The whiz, Nick Batchelder. We call him a sound guy here, but he's come up.
He's like Inspector Gadget.
I'm telling you.
It's wonderful. The guys.
That could get us in trouble if we flash that out on the field. That thing's pretty bright.
Yeah, that thing's bright. It's nice. Yeah, because what has happened here, we've got a fluorescent light above us, which is out. And so as we spot our Tigers out there and Canes, we went to dark there for a while. 8 minutes on the clock. Manatee with a 28-20 lead. Palmetto defense has been fairly sound. This time they hand it off to Kyrie, and there's another big play, and that's going to be number 17 for the Tigers.
Cedric Augustin again. I mean, he has been all over the place tonight as well, just really doing his job. And they're getting off those blocks. Those big offensive linemen.
They're running right by them.
And that's what we talked about earlier, right? That athleticism, be quick. They're big, but they're not quicker than us.
Yeah, and so Jordan Renard up there, Ormsby, and Augustin, and Rivera, Danny Rivera, number 22, doing a great job. 3rd and 8. This is a big one.
He's got to stop him here. Get back in this one. It's
7,
time. It's time.
7 on the clock.
Watch the passing game here.
Oh, big cushion over here to the slot receiver. Brzezowski looks the other way, though. Throws it down the sideline, and it's a very high toss, and he's out of bounds. Wow.
It was kind of hard to tell from over here, but that was close.
Jaden Corbett, you could see him dotting those toes.
That was very close.
Ooh, that was – we might see that. That was – let's see if we can pick that up on the yard. I thought he had it. They're looking at it, from where we are, 70 yards away. Check out the footwork. Ooh.
It must have been that left foot maybe.
Okay, 4th and long. They're going to punt this one out of here. Jacquez Hughes back there to return. Snyder driving low kick. This is returnable. Hughes gets a good bounce. Needs to start going north and south. And he takes it for a gain at the 32. Lots of hitting out there.
Takes a hard shot to the head at the end there. Nice to see Jacquez getting up. Man, that was a shot.
Now 6:43, plenty of time on the clock. Palmetto Tigers are only down by 8 in this one. Huge, huge, huge defensive stand on that last series, gentlemen.
Right now, Brian and Kenny, it's playing smart football here, and no silly penalties. Secure the football. Do what you have been coached to do. And let's drive this thing down the field. We got plenty of time, like you said, Brian. We have to get this thing into the end zone now. We don't want to give the ball back to Manatee and have the defense come back out and try to stop them to get the ball back. Let's get into the end zone right.
To help children in our community, Matt Kazar. Who's worked in building affordable housing for over a decade? Matt Kazar. Who has the experience and leadership Palmetto needs? Isn't it obvious? Matt Kazar for Palmetto City Commissioner.
Saw Matt Kazar's name there, the veteran. 6:43 on the clock. Palmetto Tigers really need to get something going here. Ball is on the 32-yard line. Fakes it to Sagel, keeps it. Siplin running and goes for the first down.
Yeah, good thing about that call is Josh has not run the ball in several series. And I'll tell you another thing about this Manatee defense. Well, they hit.
That's what I was thinking. That was a lot of hitting going, a lot of plastic popping out there. No way that one's going to go. Oh, unbelievable play by Sagel Hickson. That was an impossible play.
That should have been about 2-yard loss.
And a great catch. That was behind him over the shoulder. That would have been the game ender right there. Sagel, that turns a huge negative into a positive. Check this out.
If he does not grab that ball, 34 has a touchdown. Easy. And
that was sick. That's worth a second look. He shifted it around. He batted it from his left hand to his right hand. And I'm going to go pick up that first down.
I think that's Tyreek Allen that's down. We have called his name several times tonight.
That's got to be cramps. He's been out there. That guy, there's two incredible athletes out there with Tyreek Allen and Iron Jackson. They're incredible. Rick's trying to get a number here.
It's hard to.
I'm pretty sure it's Tyreek. It looks like 24.
Yeah.
And I hope it does. Yeah, it looks like a cramp.
He's getting up. Good.
Yeah. I remember last year, guys, we were home. It was raining. The field was deplorable.
Slop.
And those guys, hard-fought game, just like this game tonight. And that fourth quarter, we saw more cramps. You think about for an entire, 40 minutes they were running on a sponge. It just was nasty. It had rained several hours before. The field was it's about as good as you could get. I was really surprised that we even played that game. And it rained during the game. But I remember Day Hill, he got some cramps and he could
yeah.
Day was just hopping along the sideline trying to work it out. Oh.
So big series here for the Tigers. 6:10 on the clock. Quay Smith over here on the boundary. Siplin in the backfield awaits the snap. 3 receivers out there to the left. Sagel Hickson. And fakes the option. Siplin keeps it. Hang on to the ball. Josh rolls forward for about a 5-yard gain on the play.
Yeah, and you're seeing for the first time tonight that quarterback keeper is really starting to work. It's maybe they're being a little too aggressive and they're not staying in their gaps, and the defense is not following Josh as closely as they were earlier in the game. But that's a good pickup.
Yeah, they've been trying to stop the outside run, so it's leaving the open up the middle.
Siplin looks, throws it out there in the seam. Wide open receiver, makes the catch, and he's got the first down at the 21, and there is number 88, Jamarian Simmons.
Simmons has been really big tonight as well, guys, and
that's what we need. Somebody to step up.
Great block on the last, on the touchdown play, and then a great catch.
Looks like they were playing a zone, and he just ran between them, and nice pitch and catch.
Yeah, good throw by Josh. Josh really laid it right in there.
Ziplin runs the option again. Oh, boy. Hickson gets on the ball.
Yeah, that's almost lost it again. Those last two pitches those last two pitches have been questionable.
We're living on the edge here.
Yeah, Tigers. Second and 11, 4:46.
That's what we call law enforcement a clue. Need to change it. Oh, that's an offsides on that defense.
That's an offside, so that's going to bring that one to a second, and we'll call it about 9. 4 minutes and 37 seconds on that last pitch. I was squeezing my toes. I think I lost my socks off the back of my heel.
You got a cramp too? You know, guys, I mean, this we've been talking about our defense, but this Manatee defense seems a little tired as well right now.
And they are flying around, and they are fast. You know, we are going well on this, but they are fast.
Some of these guys are going both ways.
Hickson's got a gaping hole, bounces it out, and really nowhere to go on that one, and goes for about a yard and a half loss. 4 minutes on the clock.
They didn't look very tired on that play.
No.
It seems like they want to keep us from going outside.
We have another player down.
Another cramp.
He's back up. Yep, another cramp.
Oh,
yeah.
You can tell right away, can't you, Kenny?
I could feel that one right there. I didn't even feel that.
3:57 on the clock. 3 receivers, open guy in the slot, but they roll him over. Oh, look at that.
We look a little unorganized
look at
here.
that post there, though.
Where about?
Post to Xavier Houston. Oh boy,
that play.
It was there.
It didn't look good from the start, though. There was some confusion there, and probably been a good time to call timeout and just regroup.
Yes, because we're going to get behind the chains here, and we need to stay ahead of them.
All right, 3rd and forever. We'll call it 16.
We're down by 8. We got to think if we don't make this, do we try the field goal or with our new kicker? And are we going to need to go for it? We'll just have to see how this.
We're going to differ. I say we got to go for it.
I say if you get the ball to the inside the 20, anywhere inside the 20. Well, we saw him kick 40-yarders in warm-ups.
Well, yeah, guys, we can't figure it out, so we have called a timeout. So something was not right with that play.
Play too late.
Yeah, if you get the ball to the 15, you're talking about about a 32-yard field goal.
And that cuts it to 5, and then we've got to send the defense back out.
You got to play defense, and then you got to burn your time.
If we just score,
I just worry about the time. You know, we burn a timeout, which means that we only have 2 timeouts left. Yeah, and so we got to stop them quick.
We got to put the points on the board. Now, if you get the touchdown here, obviously you're going to go for 2.
Yes.
With the touchdown.
Yeah,
you have to.
Yeah, we have to.
Yeah, we're at the point where it's time to do it.
It's time to do that, and I think really if you get the ball just short of the first down marker on 4th, it'd be a great time, to go ahead and kick a field goal. New kicker. Scary situation. Ziplin rolls to his right, throws it out there. Oh, good. Oh, and it's dropped. Went through 2 receivers' hands. First, it went through number 14, Xavier Houston, and then watch this.
Is that Zorian that's behind it?
So there goes. Boom.
Oh no!
I think it did hit him.
It might have been Quay Smith.
It may have been number 14.
13 and 14.
Yeah.
Quay Smith. And then Xavier Houston, and then Quay Smith behind him, I think. But this is a big one here, 4th down.
Yeah, I like the play they ran with Houston running down the field in between the zones if that's what they play. We have to get nearly to the 10-yard line.
This is when we could use those big tight ends we had last year.
Yes.
Pull that Sagel into the slot and then run the arrow there behind off the left side of the formation, but they choose to have Sagel in pass protection. Siblin steps up, he throws it, and it's going to be, big hit.
Oh, that was a big hit.
Incomplete pass.
I mean, Jaden Corbett broke that thing open. That's just a football play right there, gentlemen.
Let's see, on the Arctic Air replay, it was close.
See him coming right there across the middle.
I think he timed it perfectly.
Yeah, it's a good play.
That was a
Number
great
14,
play.
Jaden Corbett. So now, 3:07. So the situation is you got to immediately call timeouts. Palmetto has 2 timeouts left.
They definitely need a stop here, and the defense has been playing well here in the second half. We just want to give the offense another chance to get those 8 points.
Jalen Wester rolling up. They run it with a big back. And it's Jones, and he rolls forward for a gain of about 3 yards on the play. Clock continues to burn.
We have asked the defense to do a lot tonight, and they have lived up to the hype, and they have been everything that we could have asked for. And if they could just muster one more
pick
series here, if they could
turnover.
just do something special and at least stop them and give us an opportunity with a little bit of time left to.
You never know.
But you never say never here.
Kyrie Jones in the backfield, hat on the ball, force a fumble, but 2 minutes and 22 seconds on the clock. 2nd 7 for the Canes.
That's
going to
move.
And that's going to be big.
Stop the clock.
Stops the clock, and that's big. That's bigger than the yardage there, Ken.
So that's going to put them at 2nd and 12, 2nd and 13.
Clock stopped at 2:17. Critical mistake. But Canes have a 8-point lead. Palmetto with 2 timeouts left.
So you wonder how creative the Canes want to get this series. Are they going to run it 2 more times, or are they going to try to pick up a first down with a passing play?
The issue is the Whitecap rolled the clock.
Yeah, I saw that, Troy.
Yeah.
That's not right.
And after an offensive penalty, I don't think they're supposed to roll the clock.
No. I was looking at the clock thinking, why
is it moving?
Yeah,
he even indicated with the with the movement they make to start it.
That was great, Troy. I thought that was me talking at first because I was just about to start throwing that same line down. So they're talking it over.
Well,
get down there close. See what you hear, Troy.
About 2:18.
Are they not? He's saying that he started the clock before the penalty.
He did. You'll see.
He just got a new 25 after running off 8 more seconds.
That is crazy.
What are we doing?
Now,
I think he's just trying to save this one timeout here. Because, you want to be 3rd down, you want to be 2nd down.
3, 2.
Oh,
big hit.
Now you call your timeout.
Yeah, I'm still confused with the referees on the clock starting.
After penalty.
I don't understand what just happened there.
Yeah, that was a little confusing to me. They got some extra time to run play clock as well as game clock.
So they got They got rewarded for
the penalty.
Yeah.
It was a 40-second play clock at this point.
That's right.
And then they rolled all the way down. They get a penalty. They got a fresh 25, and that rolled off. And when we challenged it, they rolled off 10 more seconds, and they reset the play clock.
Hey, Troy, at the end of the game, make sure you ask Matt about that and see what is. Probably explain to us.
Yeah.
Well, they're still the white hat. They're still talking about it, and I don't really think that they know.
I don't think that. I think the play is supposed to stop after that penalty on the offense.
Right? Yeah, it's a reward.
Minute and 38, 3rd and long. It's a toss play. And really good play by Jalen, Big Baby Wester. So now they're going to burn that timeout, Troy. So really, this game, a minute 32 seconds. You've got a outstanding kick returner. You've got a lot of players out there. And at this point, you got to maintain and get first downs because you've got 0 timeouts left. So what you want to do here is get a great return, and then you want to throw the ball past the first down marker. With the first completion with the first down, you're going to stop the clock.
I just want to say this: no matter what happens, with 1:32 left of this game, I say you give a game ball to the entire defense tonight. They played outstanding.
Yeah, and the turnaround, you'd have to say the defensive, the coaching staff got to them, and the defensive play from the third and fourth quarter to this game, third and fourth quarter last week to this game.
Big improvement.
It was Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah. If you think about the amount of times that they started on our side of the field, and our defense,
real short fields.
Our defense was able to hold them on 2 fourth down conversions that they were trying to pick up, and I just,
Every year it comes down to big plays. I mean, really, to be honest with you, when they look at this tape, they're going to say that we outplayed Manatee.
This kid has
absolutely.
This kid's been punting the ball low. Jaquez needs to get this thing a running start to have a great shot at a great return here.
And then he needs to take it north and south, which is actually east and west here in high school football under the lights. But here it is. It's a big punt, and it's going to take a bounce. Oh, it's a nice Sunday hop for Jaquez Hughes. Turns it up to the 50, and he's going to be tackled. Great coverage by the Canes there. Ball's at the 45.
You got to keep your cool. You got to keep your cool.
No penalties.
My goodness.
Oh, come on. Late penalty there.
I don't know who that's on, but if that's on us, this is about keeping your cool, and Coach Marino preaches this. Smart football.
What do you got, Troy?
Looks like the preliminary indication is going to be against Manatee, the player, for going to the face mask and knocking the helmet off of Ruben Stamp.
Yeah, I saw Ruben Stamp with his lost his lid or his gourd cover there. Came popping off his head, and I thought, that's got to be a hands to the face. Good call, Troy. Troy's dialed in tonight, guys.
Hey, you know what? He doesn't miss anything down there. And when you can have a sideline reporter that sounds like Barry White,
yeah,
that's what makes us first class.
I don't know if I have the Barry White chops.
Let me tell you, I think you got it.
You know what? And then Tom Porter, great friends with Arctic Air. Scott Whitaker over there.
Look, we got Barry. Yeah, we got Barry White, and then we got Urkel.
Barry White.
We got Barry White and then Urkel.
And our great sponsor, Scott Whitaker with Arctic Air, because he loves Tom. I'm sure he's getting a kick out of this to Tom's expense. Now we're going to have a very important series here for these Tigers. 1st and 10. Siplin keeps it. Tuck it away.
That was a great hold. Now
that was a high hit right there.
You got no timeouts. You got to get right back up to the line of scrimmage. You got to call a play and get it. Hold on.
He's going to blow it for a measurement. He thinks it's a first down.
Well,
then stop.
The clock is still moving.
It stopped. Okay.
The official is going to go ahead and
they need to get the play the play dialed up here.
So the clock is stopped.
It shows half a yard short on the stick over there.
From field level.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Now the other official is going to ask for the measurement.
We got it,
If we just need the left hand to know what the right hand's doing. That's all I ask.
All right, now they got that marker right at the mark. So we're going to have a measurement here with 1:05. Palmetto Tigers driving in an amazing game here, and so the officials are talking it over.
This has been like trying to steer a car with 2 steering wheels. Yeah, we really need to. We got to step up here.
We need 20 yards, it looks like.
Well, if they stop the clock.
Get like a free timeout here.
I'm okay with it being 2nd and an inch or, whatever.
Yeah. It's like the chains are moving.
We got first down.
First down. So
we got to be ready to play.
You got to be ready to play.
They got to get out there right now because they're going to start
here it comes.
Clock.
So
he's going to start it.
He's going to snap it with like 58, I would guess. There it is.
There it is.
The wine.
Okay.
You got to understand the urgency here.
59, 58. There's the snap. Siplin throws the long ball, and he's got a receiver, and it tipped away at the last second. Deflected at the last second.
I tell you, and Josh threw that just a second too late.
He did. You can hear the coaches over there. Got him. And so watch this right here. Ball is up, and I think he just got a fingernail on that one. Great closing speed there by number 13. Aaron Noel back there, right? Playing little DB. Big series here for the Tigers. 52 seconds. 2nd and 10. Really, the down the distance doesn't matter. You got to throw it past those first down markers. You have no timeouts left on the clock. Siplin with Sajel Hickson in the backfield. Out here wide is number 13, Quay Smith. Got a hot one coming here. We got to throw something to the left side of the formation. He goes out there, does. He's got a wide open receiver, touchdown.
There
he is.
Zorian gathers.
There he is.
There he is.
There is Zorian.
We have been waiting for that boy to make a play, and he just dialed it up.
And Zorian was open. He puts his hand up so Josh can see him. He's seeing right. He knows he's going. That's a great play, young man.
They had an extra DB on this side of the formation. I thought, the left hand, great throw there, catch. And now,
okay, what do we do on this? We got to get 3 yards.
You got Josh Siplin. So I would go naked. You got Sajel Hickson. I'm going naked bootleg with a toss to the end zone is what I'm going with.
Yes.
Because Siplin would have a chance
you got to throw him off a little bit, right?
Yeah,
you got to do it off direction.
Yeah, off direction.
Yeah.
Naked bootleg is
yeah,
you got Siplin out there that can run. Now, if it makes you look really bad if you get a lot of pressure up inside. It looks like a bonehead call, but I would give Siplin the option to either run or pass on this. Unless you have, 3 covering 2 out there and the quarterback's able to look over the coverage and say, okay, I got but with Siplin out there with his athletic ability.
Reminds me of Texas USC when Texas won the championship. What was that quarterback's name?
The big guy.
Big guy.
He played for the Texans.
Yeah, here we go.
Here it is, with the rain falling here at Hawkins Stadium. It's Siplin. He rolls, and he throws. It's incomplete.
Yeah, that was.
Threw that one. And back to the end zone, he had a receiver clearing. So, now what you got?
Onside kick.
48 seconds. Onside kick. And you got a kicker that's brand new, right? And it's number 40. Freshman, Joran Gallardo. So here, and a good point down there. One of the Manatee players did a flip in celebration down there, and that would have been huge if there was an unsportsmanlike taunting foul called there. Then you get the onside kick from closer. So. Troy, did you see that?
I did see that. I asked the official. He just looked at me like, oh, well. I didn't know you could do it. I didn't know you. Maybe we ought to choreograph an end zone dance or something next time.
That's. I mean, you know what though?
That would have been huge. We 15 yards out of
that. We have been called for that before.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We have. Hey. It's 40.
Get back.
Jordan Gallardo.
I did talk to Robbie before the game, and they have practiced on onside kick.
Okay, so you've got Iron Jackson over. This is no surprise. Iron Jackson over here. Jalen Corbett over here.
Yeah, you got their 2 best athletes right there.
And you got 43, that linebacker. And here it comes. Here's the kick. Oh, it's a good one. High hop, but it's fielded there. 24, and that is probably going to be it. That's Tyreek Allen. No timeouts for the Palmetto Tigers. So it looks like this one is going to be a very hard-fought game, and the Hurricanes are going to come out of this Cross River Rivalry with a 28-26 victory, 45 on the clock.
Massey had this game, Palmetto 30, Manatee 24, Sarasota Herald Tribune 23-21. Pinco's had Manatee by 3, and Cal Preps had Palmetto 26-21. So it's been pretty close to what they had all predicted this game was going to come out.
So they've got to be very encouraged, though. The defense as well as the offense, brand new kicker, new special teams. I mean, to fight like this and come up short on the 2-point conversion, you can't be more proud of your guys. You know, you can't be unhappy with them.
And really, proud of especially the turnaround on the defense this weekend, Troy. Just an amazing turnaround from one week to the next. We are going to get some halftime statistics coming in from our Atlanta studio office from Stephen Johnson here as the clock winds. 8 seconds remain here. The Manatee Hurricanes with a W. Manatee 28, Palmetto 26. Clock's down to 0. Manatee Canes victorious. So while we wait for statistics here, I think Troy Bellamy is going to round up and talk to the coaches here.
You don't have to go home.
Rick, as Troy works his way to the coaching staff.
Right now they're trying to control the emotions of the young men. They battle hard. They're obviously upset, and they're trying to get them rounded up and get them to the locker room. I'll try and see if I can catch up with Coach Bradenton here in just a moment.
Yeah, real quick, guys. I just think that I'll go back to the defense. Outstanding game. They gave us everything that we could have hoped for, and they gave us a chance to win. And we come up 2 points short. But offensively, we continue to try to explore what our identity is going to be. And I think that Josh, he made some really great plays tonight. We saw a couple of the receivers step up, but I'm just going to go back to the defense because I really think that after last week, that second half against Bradenton River, they just really stepped up here and just played huge, big boy football tonight.
Yeah, as the statistics come in from Johnson, it was really the kick return game and field position for Manatee High School tonight. Manatee with 26 rushes. Then we'll get the stats up for 46 yards. And 14 for 22 passing for 167 yards, 213 total yards. Palmetto with 33 rushes for 189 yards, 6 for 17, 98 yards, and 287 total yards. So really the game was won tonight on kick returns and special team play. The blocked extra point came in huge.
Guys, let me jump in. I have Coach Braz here now. Coach, it has to be an emotional time for you, playing in this great Cross River rivalry, but to play so hard, and I know you feel for the kids. Tell me your emotions right here, right now.
I'm not even worried about my emotions. We talked about it. We can't kill ourselves, and you can't, against a good football team, credit them, they are a good football team. You can't leave points out there. We had to go for 2 late. Now, we had a chance. I'm so proud of our kids for fighting for 48 minutes. We had a chance in the end. I just feel for them. They have to understand the importance of every play, not just it's not a playoff on special teams. If we have to change personnel groupings, like I told Math over there, that's what we'll do. We got to fix this because, again, we hurt ourselves. I don't know so much. They made some great plays. They got great players, but I don't know if they really just beat us. If you watch the game tape, and that hurts. You know what I mean? And so, at some point, the kids, the coaches, we all got to come together in this thing, take ownership. It's a 3-phase game, and we saw that tonight. Offense, defense, and special teams. But, again, we had a chance in the end and just couldn't find pay dirt there. I was hoping we get some free football, and I thought maybe we had them on the ropes. They were tired a little bit, and I would have liked to seen us what we could do in overtime.
I know you were coaching really hard tonight. Obviously, you even caught a cramp tonight earlier. Next week, I think, does Coach Marino come back? I mean, what's the plans here going forward?
I think he has one more week. I'm just, Troy, to be honest, I'm not even thinking about it. I'm worried about tomorrow and looking at this film and figuring out what we have to do. You know what I mean? And I have a feeling I know what it is, and we've addressed it. We'll continue to address it. We just have to work harder at it because there's no excuse. You can't say, well, we tried. No, we got to try harder. And we got to keep attacking.
And obviously you can't be unhappy with the offensive performance as well as the defensive performance. I mean, we can cut down on penalties and shore up the special teams. Obviously, then this game is totally different. So, again, are those things that you continue to work on every day?
Oh, for sure. Like extra point, we went full live 2 days. Usually it's a one-day thing. We get plenty of reps at it. We went live 2 days. I will say if there's a positive note from tonight, I thought the defense stepped up with their backs against the wall when this game could have got out of hand. They responded well, and our young receivers, I thought, really stepped up in the second half. So, again, there's going to be some positives in that film room. So, and that's what the kids got to focus on. Look at the positives. And I always tell my kids, look what you did on film. You messed up. They're like, well, what do you mean, Coach? You made a great play. I know you have the capability, so continue to do that just more consistently. So that's what we got to do. Keep finding the bright spots, build the kids up and say, look at what you can do, and keep gelling as a team. And again, like I told Matt, we got to have this thing right next week, but we darn sure have to have it right by November when this thing kicks off in the playoffs. Again, it's a rivalry game. We knew it was going to be a knockout, drag-out fight, and just sucks we were on the short end of the stick. But, again, we got to fight, get better, because Charlotte's coming. It doesn't get any easier.
Well, Coach, you had the ability last week to shake off that tough loss against Braden River. We got to shake this one off. I know you're going to get you guys ready.
Hey,
I'll let you go.
I appreciate everything you guys do at Tiger Vision. Thank you, guys.
Problem. Thank you. Guys, there you have it from Coach Bradenton, working hard, the staff. The one thing you mentioned earlier is that the beauty of what's going on with these kids and the reason why they're playing so well is the staff, the coordination of the staff. Everybody works together. They don't lose their cool. And it showed on the field tonight. They stayed in the game. They're down 15, and they fought their way right back into this game with an opportunity to tie.
Yeah, thank you very much, Troy. Troy, great report there. I think the effort here tonight was excellent for the Palmetto Tigers, and it was a very exciting game to watch as the rain comes down on the Palmetto Tiger Parade tonight here at Hawkins Stadium. Manatee Hurricanes celebrate their 700th win. Final statistics here from Stephen Johnson in our Atlanta studios. Palmetto 26, Manatee 28, 189 rushing yards for Palmetto, 46 for Manatee. That was just an amazing display.
That is really extraordinary. With the type of talent and the backs that Manatee has, that right there tells you everything that you need to know about that defense tonight.
So good there, and Palmetto passing yards, need to work on that. Only 98 yards passing tonight, and Manatee with 167. Palmetto on the statistics have 287 yards, total yards. Manatee with 213, but the only one that counts is the W here in the Cross River Rivalry.
Yeah, Brian and Kenny, Coach Brad's already alluded to this, but there's a lot of things you can point at, but if you really break down this game, it came down to the kicking game, all right? So yes. Our kickoff return team, did decent. Our kickoff team struggled, right? We just struggled, and we gave them just outstanding field position every time we kicked the ball off. So if you break down numbers, if we do a better job of keeping them on their side of the field, the defense is not working as hard, and then our field position becomes better when we get the ball back. So, but the defense just, in spite of all that, they just came out and played, and they kept us in this game. And I do think that this will help them next week against Charlotte, because offensively, we did find some identity. The only thing that worries me offensively is I know that our running game can be a lot more dynamic, and we just got to improve on that.
Yeah, what I liked about the kids tonight in the second half was they didn't repeat last week, and it was headed that way real quick. As you said, special teams started us off in a bad spot, and then they get a short field. We're down 15 all of a sudden, and I really was so impressed that they hung in there and fought back and nearly walked out of here with an unbelievable win. So hats off. Still got a lot of work, and we'll toil and try again as the Charlotte Tarpons head into town next week.
All right, so tonight's final score from Hawkins Stadium.